Mm, mm. Uh, well, I'll be damned, right? Well, I'll be damned. Oh man, come on, y'all. Let's take a deep breath. Y'all take a deep breath with me. Woosah. Come on, house gang. One more time. Woosah. Take this deep breath. Take this deep breath. In. Yeah, man. Yeah. We knew this day was coming. We knew it was coming, right? I talked about it. Been talking about it for like the longest of the long, but it still hurts a little. Still stings. Still stings right up in here. Right up in here. Mm. It's been like what, about 6, 7 years ago that Mahershala Ali put that hat on, that Blade hat. We hyped it up. Perfect cast. Perfect cast. Then earlier today, it seems that dream of a solo Blade movie officially dead. D-E-D. Dead. Oh man. According to the latest reports from the industry, aka Jeff Snyder, is dead. Marvel has pulled the plug on the solo project. Over and done with. Over, done with. But it don't seem that they letting Mahershala Ali go. Don't seem like they giving him the pink slip. They not firing the homie. They just pivoting, right? Shaq pivot. Hakeem Olajuwon pivot. Kobe pivot. Kyrie Irving pivot. Y'all ready for the Midnight Suns? Are y'all ready for the Midnight Suns? Is that the trade-off? Are y'all fine with that trade-off? Is the Midnight Suns, since they couldn't get Blade going, is the Midnight Suns the save of the century? Or is it the biggest fumble in MCU history? Let's talk about it. Yo. Welcome. Y'all come on in into the house, man. Y'all know who I am. Bluminati of Blues House. This is Blues News. What's good, family? What is good? Let's see who all up in here. 6 in the building. What's good, 6? Stamina in the building. Nova Dragon in the building. Jay, what up? Q up in this thing. Yeah, man. Yeah. Let's get into it, man. Blade. Official, unofficial. To me, it's official because I've been trying to tell y'all it was canceled, that it ain't happening. So to me, this is official, like a referee with the whistle. Knew it wasn't happening. Knew it was not happening. Right? Knew it wasn't coming in. We knew it. How do you fumble 2-time Oscar-winning Mahershala Ali, who is just playing a vampire hunter? How do you fumble that? This should have been like the easiest layup in Hollywood history, damn near. Blueprint was already there. So how do you fumble this? And it seems like day after day I'm doing these things and I'm using these sports analogies, but How do you do that? How you miff on the layup? How you miff on the alley? On the oop? I understand, open three in the corner, you miss it, air ball maybe, but this is a great. This was at the rim. All you had to do was just put it up in there. We went through 5 writers, 2 directors, PG-13, R-rated. Which one is it gonna be? Who knows? We had the rumored plot about Blade's daughter. Don't nobody want that shit. Blade's daughter. That's what we. Nobody wanted that. Blade's daughter. Oh, we gotta. Why they trying to give all the heroes kids now? Why they trying to give all the heroes kids? If you a hero, not saying that you can't have a kid, but it's hard doing some hero shit when you got a kid at the house. When you got to worry about your babies, how you gonna be out here doing your vigilante thing? Right? The reality is they just overthought this whole situation. All everybody wanted was Blade, his sword, and him chopping vampire heads off. That's it. It didn't have to be the crazy, the dopest of storylines. I'm a storyline guy. I like storyline, but it didn't have to be the craziest storyline. Rogue vampires turning people. Maybe he owns a nightclub. Blade comes in, slice and dice. We out of there. Game over. Boom. 600, 700, $800 million right there. Step it up a notch. Maybe you get a little bit more in depth with Blade. Maybe you can push this to $1 billion. I don't see why not. It's Blade. This had to been outside of Kang Dynasty when it was announced. This had to been the most anticipated situation that Marvel had going on at the time. Had to be, right? Had to be. Everything that was announced, what was that? SDCC, that was Comic-Con, right? Everything that was announced at Comic-Con that year has come and gone. Everything but one thing. But one. Blade. But Blade. It comes to my mind that sometimes universe building kills creativity, because this was the one where you could have just did a one that didn't necessarily have to do anything with the Marvel universe as a main. We could have got an offshoot story, a side story. Blade didn't necessarily need to connect to Kang or Doom or the multiverse. He just needed to stab, slice, and cut things up. Seems like Marvel realized that it was just too late. They created this Frankenstein script and it just wasn't working. Piecing this together, that together, this together, and just wasn't working, right? Was not getting the job done. And speaking of the writers, a good friend of ours, the homie, who seemed like he's being brought up more now than he should be getting brought up. But the homie Bo DeMaio has some, he likes to insert himself into a lot of things. But the homie Bo posted this in regards to the whole situation. Because, you know, Bo was one of the writers. If you didn't know, Bo was one of the writers on Blade. And this is what he posted. He said, I have the receipts for why all this went wrong in due time. And even John Rocha, that's whose show it was announced on with Jeff Snyder earlier today. John Rocha replied, hey, you always got an over invitation to come on the show and flash those receipts, sir. And you know he's saying that in a sarcastic manner. Because Bo ain't going nowhere and flashing not one receipt. Not one. Not one. I would look, like I said, I tried to get him on the show. I know Tina has a line on him. Tina don't want to be involved though, but I want to see some of these receipts too, because Bo gets on here and act like he got receipts and then never shows the receipts. Yeah, Bo, man. But I would love to hear what he has. If he does really have receipts. If he really does have receipts, I would love to see him. I would love to see him if he got receipts. Because I would really want to know what really went wrong with this. Because there was no reason for this to even go out the way that it did. Now they got to pivot to Midnight Sun. Why? This shouldn't even, that should not even be the case. That should not be the case. We shouldn't have to pivot to Midnight Sun. Right? We should. So this is what Jeff Snyder had to say. We'll watch this whole thing real quick. They whole little segment on Blade. Let's run it.
Marvel?
This is what I want to talk about with Marvel.
Okay.
Blade is dead.
Whoa!
Blade is dead.
Are you officially reporting that, or is that a rumor, or are you saying that from your sources, Blade is dead?
It's a rumor.
Okay. Okay.
I'm hearing Blade is dead and that it is a Midnight Suns movie.
So he is saying that it's a rumor. He's not saying it's necessarily official, but he's hearing that they are making the pivot to Midnight Suns.
He will not be introduced in a solo movie. He'll be introduced in Midnight Suns.
Wow. I mean, that's how you don't crack Blade, is you just put him in another movie. You don't have to crack it anymore. You just put him in another movie. But
I think it's just gotten to the point where it's just like, I don't think you're going to get your own movie. Like, we can't have like a 60-year-old Mahershala Ali, like, renting new comic book movies.
And I kind of feel him on that. I know the homie Dre brought this up earlier today, and you know, he started looking at the ages. But it's one thing to age out while you're in the role and doing the things. It's another thing to start the role at a certain age. And they can't get the thing is, they can't get this movie right. Like John Rocha said, they can't crack this movie. Mahershala Ali is 51, but what will it take another 10 years to get this movie up and running off the ground? Like, how long will it take to get this movie up and running off the ground? Right. I saw I think Chill also did a video earlier today where Mahershala, they asked him about Blade, and he was like, I don't know. I'm over here. He was like, I don't know what Marvel's doing, but I got to do me, and I'm over here. I'm concentrating on this, and they got me. I just wanted to do some stunt work. I got to do stunt work on this new movie that I'm working on. Yada yada yada. It seems like Mahershala is off of that train. It seemed like Mahershala is off of the Blade train. He tried it. It didn't work. On to the next. I just did Jurassic Park last summer Was a huge movie. I think it hit it. Did Jurassic Park hit close to a billy? What did Jurassic Park do? Let's see what Jurassic Park did. Second. I think it hit like close to a billy. I think it might have got close. Yeah, worldwide total 869. 869 million. 869 mil. So and I'm pretty sure they're gonna keep him on for the sequel. He'll be a part of that. So if I'm him, I'm like, I'm good. We tried it. But it just didn't work. Didn't work. Torrin, I see you. I'm gonna get you after I get through everything. I get you to come on.
So I think it's gonna be Midnight Suns.
Wow. Any idea on who's gonna direct that?
No.
Okay. All right.
But people have been very quiet. People have been very quiet out there. We talked about some of those people last week on the pod.
Oh, yeah.
People are just, I don't know. So,
Kobe
Bryant movie's still out there too, man.
That what? The Kobe Bryant movie?
Bryant movie at Warner Brothers.
Bryant movie.
Beckoning somebody talented and most
feels that feels like a Shaka movie.
Yeah.
And this is why you stick around to the end of the show, people, because you never know what's going to drop.
Never know what's going to come out of my mouth or what I forgot to say. Yeah,
exactly.
That's what I hear is that Blade as a solo movie. Wow, I think that's going to happen.
Wow. Yeah. Well, who do you think is going to be done for Doctor Strange 3? I don't know, man.
I have no clue. I mean, they can. I don't know. Garrett. No.
Who? They don't know the whole Blade situation. But as you see, he was the one saying that Blade is dead in the water. They want to pivot to Midnight Suns, man. And I could go on a rant. Y'all, if y'all been following me this long, y'all know how I feel about Blade and what I've been saying about Blade for the longest. This is grave malfeasance on Marvel's part to even do this, man. It's been a lot of YouTube videos going out about black characters being represented or being underrepresented, underutilized, and things of that nature. And this just leads, the narrative, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know how they can fight the allegations of black characters not being pushed to the forefront or handled correctly. Right? To me, Chill says this, and this is why I disagree with Chill. Chill is a big fighter for representation, but I think he fights it the wrong way. He fights it for the wrong. He fights it. He comes at it the problem the wrong way. Chill believes that quantity is bad for representation. I think the opposite of that. Right? They say it's 13% of us in America. Then in any given industry, 13% of us should be represented. 13% of us, I believe it's more than 13% in America, but I'm just using, that's the standardized number. I think we more to like 17, 18, 19. But he says quantity is not a good thing for representation. He would like for you to take all your money to just put it in one guy, right? One guy. And I would say no. We can put it, we can go out and support all the guys. We should be able to go out and support Sam the same way we support T'Challa, the same way we support Luke Cage, the same way we support John Stewart, the same way we support Monica Rambeau. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can support them all. and we need to support them all, and they need to make sure that all of those entities are accessible to us. Because like I said, if it is 13% of us, then we should be represented at least 10 to 13% in the zeitgeist and what's going on. Right? I mean, at least. So if it's 100, I'll drop it down to 10. If it's 100 characters, 10 of those characters should be black. 10. We know Mahershala Ali is a proven commodity in Hollywood. 2-time Oscar winner. I believe he has leading man quality. He's been in some of the biggest franchises. Why would you not why weren't you not able to get this off the ground in a timely fashion? Why was it so hard to get this off the ground in a timely fashion? So to me, this is the biggest fumble in MCU history. Because I don't believe Mahershala Ali is coming back for Midnight Suns. I think they find somebody else who was cheaper, somebody whose time they can manipulate, somebody they can puppeteer, young guy who don't necessarily know his worth in Hollywood yet. Big enough star to be recognized, but not a big enough star to have any type of star power. And I'm not talking about star power to us, but star power behind the scenes. That's what I believe. I think I got an article. Yeah, I do got an article. Let's get into this article from Superhero Hype real quick. To this article. It says Marvel canceled solo movie announced in 2019 with a twist. Long gestated Marvel Studios film has received shocking and negative update, according to a familiar industry insider. Mahershala Ali's Blade movie, which was announced at San Diego Comic-Con in 2019 and experienced significant development issues, has reportedly been canceled. However, the insider said that Marvel planned to introduce the character in a team-up film. Mahershala Ali's Blade solo movie not happening, but Midnight Suns is. Mahershala Ali's solo Blade movie is reportedly canceled, according to insider Jeff Snyder. Snyder told Roka on the latest episode of the Hot Mic podcast, which we just listened to, that Blade is dead, shocking the latter. Roka still shocked, asked Snyder if he said it was official, something he heard from sources, or just a rumor. Snyder then replied that it was a rumor. He then revealed that Ali's Blade will be introduced in a Midnight Suns movie. He says, I'm hearing Blade is dead and it's a significant Midnight Suns movie. He stated he will not be introduced in a solo movie. He'll be introduced in Midnight Suns. Now, what I wished Snyder would have said was, is it going to be Mahershala Ali who's coming back for this Midnight Suns situation? Because like I said, I just don't believe that Mahershala's coming back. He don't seem too enthused about it. He seems like he's just ready to get back to actually working in Hollywood and doing other things. I don't think he comes back. The article goes on to say Midnight Suns movie has not been officially confirmed by Marvel as of writing. However, Marvel has introduced the core members of the team in several projects. Blade himself made a voice cameo in the post-credit scene of 2021's Eternals, while an alternate version of the character Blade Knight, voiced by Ty Williams, appeared in Marvel Zombies. They're also forgetting that Wesley Snipes, and the thing is, and I report on, when Wesley Snipes said what he said, that there's only one Blade. And even in the interviews, he talked about how he is the penultimate Blade. He is Blade. That kind of put me and let me know that, yeah, Mahershala wasn't going to get this movie. Look at all the nostalgia that Marvel is doing right now. Look at it. Look at what they just gave us, Deadpool and Wolverine. Nostalgia. Look at what they're doing with Avengers Doomsday. Nostalgia. They want to feed in on this nostalgia because this is how I'm looking at their game plan right now. I hit them with the nostalgia bait. That gives us time to reevaluate things. That gives us time to course correct. That gives us time to bring some creatives in who can get the shit back righted. That gives us some time. One thing that they were running out of was time. Leading up to this point, to their great Avengers movie, they had ran out of time. So now they have to extend the clock. To extend that clock, they are going back in time, right? And hitting us with some nostalgia. That's what they're doing. Article goes on to say Doctor Strange was introduced in an eponymous film released in 2016 and played by a major role in Avengers Infinity War and Spider-Man No Way Home, while Moon Knight was introduced in his solo Disney Plus series released in 2022. Meanwhile, Werewolf by Night, Man Thing, and Elsa Bloodstone were introduced in the 2022 special presentation Werewolf by Night. Although fans have not seen Ali's Blade in live action, they were treated to Wesley Snipes' surprise return to the role after having played the character in New Line Cinema's Blade trilogy from 98 to 04. In 2024 is Deadpool and Wolverine. And as of writing, it's unclear if Snipes' Vampire Hunter will return in future Marvel movies like Avengers Secret Wars. I'm trying to tell you right now, it's well within what I believe that Wesley will be back as Blade. No doubt in my mind, Wesley will be back as Blade. No doubt. No doubt. Right? No doubt. But the pivot to Midnight Suns is a little bit intriguing, I would say. Little bit intriguing, the pivot to Midnight Suns. If Mahershala Ali is not leaving and he's just being slid over to lead in the Midnight Suns team-up movie, some might say that might be the better play. Some might say that might be the better play. Maybe you introduce him in the roster, develop him a little bit more, then push him out solo. Maybe they reverse engineer this situation. Right? Let's look at possibly the roster. Or this is who I would make my roster. I would have Blade, veteran leader, been out here whooping ass for a while, yada yada yada. Moon Knight, chaotic wild card. I didn't necessarily like Oscar Isaac as Moon Knight, but I'm like 50-50 on. Why not? Cool. Ghost Rider. Heavy hitter. You know, we've been waiting on him for the longest. I don't know who could play Ghost Rider. But he's I don't know if we want Johnny Blaze or what's the other one? Hetch. I don't know which one we have. I would go with Johnny Blaze. But that would be nostalgia too, right? Because we did get Ghost Rider back in the day. I think that was New Line Cinemas as well. Werewolf by Night. I don't know who to play Werewolf by Night. They can go and get who was Werewolf by Night in the show? I can't even remember who he was in the show, who the actor was. And then I would add, I just thought about it, because we didn't get really nothing from him in Eternals. I would add Black Knight to this. Since Blade already had an interaction with Black Knight, why not just add Black Knight to the situation? Just throw him in there for good measure. Throw him right on in there. Dane Whitman. Go and throw him in there. And I think that would be your team. I think that fits. We good to go. Now, the thing is, do you do a movie or do you do a show? Do you do a movie or do you do a show? I would probably lead more towards a movie, lower budget, lean heavy into the horror aspect of it. I don't go all crazy with the CGI, just enough CGI to get some things done, i.e. Ghost Rider, Werewolf by Night, you know what I'm saying? Do it that way. It's was that Werewolf by Night? Was that J. Jonah Jameson's son? That because that's who Werewolf by Night should be. If maybe we can, what I'm saying, throw a Spider-Man reference in there. Am I right? That's J. Jonah Jameson's son, correct? Let me look it up real quick. No, I'm wrong. That's Jack Russell. Who am I getting confused? Didn't J. Jonah Jameson's son? Hold on. I could have sworn he was something. I could be wrong. Though John Jameson. Let's see what didn't he turn into like a werewolf or something? Man Wolf. That's who he was. Man Wolf. So forget what I said about the Spider-Man situation. But I knew J. Jonah Jameson's son was had turned into a werewolf too. But yeah, I'm not mad at the Midnight Suns necessarily, but I do think it's a bummer to pivot from Blade when I just think Blade is the easiest layup of all time. The simple fact is that you don't have a director. You don't even have a director. You don't have a director, nor do you have a solid script. That's crazy to me. So now, if it is being pivoted to a Midnight Suns, how many scripts do they have to go through before it's viable? After they get a script done, then they have to find a director. How long is that going to take? It took 9 years to get up to this point. Well, not 9 years, I'm sorry. It took, 7 years to get up to this point? How long is it going to take for Midnight Suns to get a director? How long is it going to take for them to get a script pop? How long is it going to take for them to get the actors sign on the dotted line? Does Mahershala Ali want to wait that long if he does come back? Think about Wesley. He ain't necessarily doing nothing right now. He kicking it. He chilling. He is chilling. So how long? How long? And it's really sad. It's really sad. To me, this, like y'all know I talk, I shit on Marvel a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I try to hold them accountable. I critique them. Some might classify it as hate. It ain't hate, but I'm gonna tell you that this knocks them down a peg for me. Like whatever respect that I do have for Marvel, it drops it down a peg for me. Right? This really, it's dropped it down a peg. They lost me. They dropped the peg with T'Challa. They dropped the peg with the way that they treated a lot of content that's throwaway content. So they just been losing points for me, man. They just been losing a lot of points, and this is another point deduction for me. It's another point deduction for me, man. You know. But question is this how do y'all view it? How do y'all view it? Is this a win or not? Does this save face for Marvel? Is this one of those things? I mean, because to me, we lose Mahershala Ali cooking solo. We don't get to see him cook solo. He got to be shoehorned into a group situation. And by the time this shows up or this is announced 2028, possibly he could be pushing what, 54, 55 years old. Would y'all rather have a Midnight Suns, a dope Midnight Suns movie than just some mediocre Blade movie because of the rumors that we heard of the scripts? Or do y'all want them to go back and finish the script and get a damn director on board and make the things happen? Or do we want to bite the bullet and get the Midnight Sun so we can get Ghost Rider and you know what I'm saying? Is that a viable trade-off? Is it a valuable trade-off? Let me get the homie Torian in here. Let me say, oh no. Wrong button. Don't hit that button. Try to get the homie Torian up in here. I need his number so I can just send this to him easy. Where you at, girl? Torian, you still up in here, man? I'm gonna just put the link in the chat, Torian. If you want to come on, Torian, that's the link right there, man. I thought I had you on. There you go. Look at that. Torian just hopped up in here, man. Big dog, what up, man?
What's going on? For some reason, you can never seem to find me on Instagram.
I know, man. I don't know what be going on. It's crazy. What up, though? What's good with you?
Everything's fine. Everything's good. Like, I saw Dre's video this morning. I had to actually go back and listen to it because I was really tired, and I had to go back and listen to the playback. He wasn't even on that long, but I think Dre was more heated today than he was yesterday with the T'Challa thing. I was like, it's like, y'all used to see certain things and you already know before the video or the live even starts that it's gonna probably hit some buttons. Yeah, I think the whole keyboard was hit with this one. But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised in the least bit with this, because they dragged it out for so long. It got announced in 2019. It went absolutely nowhere. People was attached to the cast and they ended up leaving. And like you said, this is a major deduction for I'm just gonna say the MCU, not necessarily Marvel, just the MCU, because that is that's the box right there that was supposed to do this movie. And like I said, this actually just gave Ryan Coogler even more credibility that he was able to do a vampire flick with the competitor in less time, way after the announcement, and it become a global success.
Yeah, that's weird too. Like, well, I ain't gonna say it's weird, but for him to just go down, you know what I'm saying, do it within the time that he did it in, the time frame he did it in, get it out, get it to the people, go on this phenomenal run that he's going on with Sinners and call it a day is crazy. And they can't even get, you know, a simple script done. And you know, I always joke and say, you know, I believe that Ryan Coogler, you know, snatched the script up and then took off to go film his own. And the only the credence I get from that is they reused Blade's wardrobe for Sinner. The wardrobe that they wanted to use for
Yeah, they
Blade.
did. When we found that out,
right.
when we found that out, that was crazy.
That's wild.
They said you getting a taste of what was going to be in this movie. Now we got it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's crazy. That's wild,
yeah,
man.
But that's messed up though, you know, because Mahershala is such a great actor. It's not like he's a nobody. I still remember the day when there was Comic-Con back in 2019 when they had announced it, when it was announcing the slate, and they had him come out there wearing the Blade hat, and they announced it, and how everyone went crazy in that room in Hall H. Like, everybody was loving it because it's like, wow, we're about to get Blade. Like, you know, the Daywalker, the MCU's about to go into the vampire territory, which was untapped territory, by the way, for the MCU.
Oh yeah.
So, like, I mean, you've already handled, you know, gods and magic and all types of other things and technology and whatnot, but you didn't touch on vampires yet. So that was an untapped market right there. You could, I mean, I'm just sitting here saying to myself, you would have had all the Blade fans of the old Blade movies, people who were Blade comic fans. You would have had the general audience. You would have had, it would have been, I think this Blade movie would have had that same cultural impact like Black Panther did, for sure.
Nah, most def. They royally dropped the ball on this, and it seems like that they wasn't in no hurry. They was not trying to do anything about it, and they were so trying to keep everything on a hush hush. You know what I'm saying? With it, and there was no need to. This should have been. They announced 2019. This should have been out by 2021, 2022 at the latest, right?
Yeah.
At the latest, 2022.
I would say the latest 2020. I would say the latest is 2022 because of the pandemic. Like that would that would have been that would have been the that should have been the only hurdle this movie should have dealt with, was that, because everything was a hurdle with that at that time. That was the only hurdle that movie should have had to have dealt with, was that. Everything else is crazy, and the thing is, I was so mad. I mean, think about it. You had Mahershala Ali in there. You had Delroy Lindo was going to be in this. Aaron Pierre was going to be in this. You know, Delroy, he went on to be in Sinners. Aaron Pierre, he's about to be in Lanterns. Then you had Mia Goth. She was supposed to play Lilith. You know, she was in the X movie Pearl.
Oh, Pearl, all of those.
And I forgot what. Yeah, in all those movies, and like they was going to have a pretty stacked cast as far as like the main cast, and they completely dropped the ball. I mean, they were rotating directors in and out of there like they was going in and out of a damn crack house. You had the no solid script. And then, you know, I actually do appreciate that Mahershala was like I had said it in your chat earlier, I don't know if you saw it, he knew his worth. He was not about to go forward with something that was mid. He knew how important his character was to a lot of people. He knew how important his character was to Marvel being saved. Like, he wanted to do it justice, and he knew that he had a lot of shoes, big shoes to fill with Wesley Snipes doing his thing back in the late 90s and early 2000s. And I kept saying to myself, they also missed out an opportunity to have maybe a cameo with Wesley Snipes in there. I don't know what it would have been, but you know they would have threw him in there somewhere.
Yeah, they could have gave him. They could have gave him the Whistler. You know, Whistler was created.
The Whistler role. The Whistler role. Yeah.
Yeah, it was created for the movie. There was no Whistler in the comic books. Whistler was created specifically for the movie, so they could have easily made Wesley the Whistler. You know, gave him that Whistler role and let him be the mentor to this Eric Brooks. You know what I'm saying? They just missed. I don't even know. It's
I just
still
thinking about what could have been when it comes to that movie.
It just my brain, when I think about it, like, how did y'all miss it? It's crazy to me.
And now, and the thing is, one of those things that we'll never actually really know the truth. Is always going to be speculation. It's always going to be left up to interpretation of what happened. We'll never actually really know, unless Mahershala is somewhere down the line, years from now, writes a tell-all book and he has a whole chapter dedicated on it. Like, you know, shoot, if he does, I'll buy that book, you know, so I can read that chapter.
Yeah, we could get something. Your boy Bo say he got the receipt.
We'll see. That's actually when I came in on your stream. I said, Tina, your co-pilot up here today? Like, when you got to that part. But yeah, and then as far as like Midnight Suns goes, my worry is this is supposed to be an ensemble film. So you said it's supposed to be Moon Knight, Blade, Werewolf by Night, and Ghost Rider. But isn't Doctor Strange a part of that too?
Yeah, he is. Later on he came. It's a lot of people that you know came in and left. So they can put anybody that they necessarily want to put in there when it comes to mystical and vampires and horror and things like that, because Wolverine was part of it in the video games. What they basically said in the article is you have Elsa Bloodstone, Werewolf by Night, and Man-Thing that you can put in there.
My worry is what is his role going to be like in that movie? Like, how big of a role is it going to be? Is it going to be a small role? Like what role is he going to play? And I think what it is now that because the whole Blade thing got strung along, now they're gonna have to. Now here's where they're gonna worry. If the Blade character really stands out, then people are gonna look back on what they did or did not do and be like, wow, y'all had Blade, let's say, hypothetically say, y'all had Blade be dope in this Midnight Suns movie, but y'all couldn't give him his solo project before then, but you made him so dope for this movie. Sort of like, again, when we first got introduced to Black Panther in Civil War, and everybody was demanding that Black Panther solo flick, which was, I'm sure was already in the works anyway, but they had to introduce him through that first. To get, like, it's almost like they had to test the audience to see how people would receive him with a group before they gave him his solo project. But on the flip side, like you said before, you had Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor all started out with a solo project before they did Avengers.
Right.
But notice, Black Panther, he had to come out with a group first before they gave him his solo project, and then now they're doing the same thing with Blade with this. And think about this too, even with Winter Soldier, that's when we got introduced to Sam Wilson as Falcon. He didn't have his own solo film. He had to be introduced as the sidekick.
Right. And maybe that might be just Marvel's MO. Maybe that's the only way that they can write or push a character of dark-skinned hue, you know what I'm saying, to the masses. Maybe that's the only way they can do it, or maybe that's the only way they feel they can.
And same thing even with Monica Rambeau. She got introduced in WandaVision. Yeah. And then when she was in a movie, she was with two other women.
Yeah. Ensemble film. Yeah.
So technically, she has not done anything by herself as of yet. I spoke her up. I spoke her up. I had said, "Where's Tina, your co-pilot?" And here you are. What's going on, Tina?
Just deboed the link. Just took somebody's link and came in. Man. So disrespectful.
What's up, Tina? What's up?
Hey, y'all.
What's going on?
Talk to me. I know you done talked to your homeboy about this, man. Come on, talk to me. Oh, I know you done reached out.
I ain't talked to Bo. When last time I talked to Bo? Maybe a week or two ago. I ain't talked to Bo about Blade.
You ain't see what he said?
Mm-mm.
Oh, man.
What my brother Bo done said
Yeah.
now. What it done did? Damn, Bo.
I mean, it wasn't nothing major. It's just so the information came out on John Roca's channel with Jeff Snyder, right?
Yeah.
So Bo came and said, so John Roca posted tonight on the Hot Mic, and Snyder revealed that he's hearing that the Blade solo movie is no longer happening, yada, yada, yada. Then Blade got up on that post and said, wonder how and why this happened. So then John Roca came back and said, ha, 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 I know, I agree with where you're headed, brother. And then Bo says, I had the receipts for why all this went wrong in due time. And I'm like, in due time, Bo? Like, just come on out, man. It's time, man. It's time. How long he been stringing us along with this whole Marvel? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And this ain't even got nothing to do with the lawsuit, or to me it shouldn't.
It does. He worked on Blade.
I know, but I'm saying just for him to be able to talk about Blade, because I thought his lawsuit was more so on the X-Men side of things. That they say he can talk about X-Men, right?
Yeah, but I think all the drama on Blade is gonna come into the lawsuit. But I don't know. This Blade, I'm not gonna question Snyder, because Snyder is, he batting about 60 or 70. He's usually right on what he says, but it just doesn't make sense, because how do you tell Mahershala Ali, we've strung you along, and now, hey, I'm sorry, we're not gonna do a Blade movie anymore. We're gonna do Midnight Suns. How do you tell him that? And he's just like, okay. So either they're gonna recast him and take someone else, but I don't see how you have that conversation and it goes over well with Mahershala. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know neither. This is this is a weird one for me. I don't think Mahershala comes back for Midnight Suns. I don't. I think they go and get somebody you know what I'm saying,
Younger.
somebody new.
Yeah.
Someone who can carry the role for a long period of time, because that's, I don't see Blade being one and done, like not by a long shot. Like that's going to be a character they want to keep around for a while.
Why do you think that though?
Even if they have to have him pop up like in different like movies along the way, I think that's one that they're going to try to keep around for as long as they possibly.
But why?
Or,
like why do you think that?
As far as like keeping the Blade character around?
Yeah. Well, why do you think they care about Blade to keep him around?
It's well, I think they're also going to go off based off how the public is going to feel about it. Yeah. I think that's really going to go. I mean, think about it. How long has Chris Hemsworth been playing Thor? He about to be on Doomsday, Secret Wars, and probably a fifth Thor movie. He's gotten more solo projects than Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
and they came out all around in the same like sector, like the same time.
I think you have. Oh, go ahead, Tina. Go ahead.
I think Marvel is in such a weird spot, and why they have not delved like deep into the mysticism and the supernatural side already just kind of baffles me. So I just can't see them taking. Well, then a part of me is kind of like, maybe they will take it serious, because it sounds like they do want to play ball with Sacha Baron Cohen and Mephisto. So I'm just kind of up in the air on Marvel and the supernatural side, because it's like y'all started laying the groundwork and then you just left it alone. So I don't know.
And I forgot about the Mephisto situation. Where's the next spot he gonna fit in for the MCU? I mean, we got him in Ironheart. I think was a bad spot for him to be in. It was good, but it was bad at the same time, because it's they didn't treat Ironheart with the best of intentions in my mind. So where does Mephisto show back up as? I do think he was a dope Mephisto though.
Yeah.
I did like his portrayal as Mephisto.
Yeah. And quiet as it's kept, they did not want Mephisto in Ironheart. That was a Kevin Feige call.
Okay, Feige to me. I'll buy you real quick. Okay. I still think it was a bad and a good move. So you get like
Chinaka did not want Riri to be an anti-hero, and Chinaka didn't want Mephisto to be an Ironheart. That's when Kevin Feige came in and was like, "Hey, this is what we
I
doing."
don't think she should have been an anti-hero. I do think that they messed that up because she don't need to be. She's not that. You know what I'm saying? Like she's not that. She a sweet girl, man. She ain't no anti-hero.
I think they did. I think and on the flip side, I see how Mephisto worked in Ironheart because she was a character that always had her back against the wall. Every moment that she had, she felt like she was always losing something. And you know, when people panic, they will do anything to feel like if I can get a win here. It's almost like a gamble. You know that person that's always gambling and they lose and they get an addiction. They lose over and over again, but they say, you know what? Maybe this will be the one, but it's never that one. And then when you feel like you have nothing left, and that's when you say, okay, I will make this deal. Regardless of what the consequences is going to be, I'm gonna just go ahead and do it because I have nothing at this point. I have nothing left to lose.
Yeah.
And I think with how they did that show, that's why it worked. See, Mephisto couldn't work with a strong-willed person because they would have saw him coming a mile away. It wouldn't have worked. So he had to use it on someone he could easily manipulate, and Riri was that person.
Yeah. I mean, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I think Ironheart got a bad rap. I didn't think it was bad. I think it was, I liked the story. It looked good. You could tell they put a little bit of money in it, but I wasn't mad at the decision. Y'all know me. I'm the type, tell me what the story is and I'm finna rock with the story. But I like Mephisto in it. I like the story.
Yeah, because to me, he wasn't heavy-handed in it. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I didn't like the overall villains of Ironheart. Yeah. Me, myself. Not that they were bad villains. I think everybody did their job in playing, I just think that they could have came up with some better villains or gave her something better to work with other than that. But I guess the way that they did it, because the whole show to me was about temptation anyway. So
right.
I guess they pulled that off. But I didn't like the anti-hero thing.
Yeah,
didn't like that. But other than that, I was cool with it.
Also, on the flip side, to go back a little bit with what you said, but you didn't like the anti-hero thing, but I like that they kind of showed it because it also shows that a lot of these heroes that we've been calling heroes have anti-hero to themselves.
Yeah, they are.
Really, a lot. When you think about it, a lot of them have anti-hero elements to them to call them a straight up and down hero.
No,
a lot of them do. I mean, perfect example is Civil War. Look at that. There was so much. It was so much anti-heroism going in that movie from both sides.
How long did it take for that to happen? Tony Stark kind of started off as this, the playboy, warmonger or whatever, and then he got his hero's journey in that movie, right? He didn't go. He kind of worked his way into being. Tony's an asshole and he's trying, you know what I'm saying? And it works for Tony because of just his brain and what he's trying to do, the decisions he has to make. With Ironheart, I think just throwing her into the fire that fast without developing more, letting us know more of her. And I know we got her in the show, but just seeing her do some heroics first without them being associated with crime is I think was a best thing. Not saying that she couldn't be a hero and then just get put in a bad spot and end up working for Wilson Fisk or the feds or some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or not the feds, but working for a gang or something like that. Cool. But let me see her be a hero that has to make that decision. Because it seemed like she made it lickety split. It was no real heroic, unless you want to count Wakanda, right?
That's what I was gonna say. She was a hero in Wakanda forever.
Right. But she was also the MacGuffin of the unnecessary.
But also
MacGuffin.
at the same time, Riri didn't want to be a hero herself. All she wanted to do was make things. She said, "I don't want to be a hero." Like she didn't even want to do that. So really, technically, I would agree with that if she said, "Oh, I want to be a hero," and she did the complete opposite of it. But she said she didn't want to do that.
Right.
She kind of got thrusted. It's almost like she got thrusted into to that role. That's also another reason why Mephisto probably came and paid her a visit.
Yeah.
Oh no doubt. But and like I've told people, they just gave her Spider-Man story. That's all it was.
Yeah.
This was Spider-Man. The brand new day that we talking about. That was what Riri just did. Mephisto showed up, offered Spider-Man, you know what I'm saying, the situation. Spider-Man took it. And
why she going, I'm just joking when I say this, why she going to go pay Peter Parker a visit?
Hey, she do. I mean, it wouldn't be, the thing is, that wouldn't be a bad team up. That wouldn't be a bad team up. If Riri and Peter got together, that would not be a bad team up. I always looked at Peter like he was a YN.
Yeah, but this report is I don't know. It's just like I said, I'm not gonna put too much doubt into Jeff. Jeff usually is kind of right on the money, but it just sounds kind of weird that if it's Mahershala that okay, I'm cool with us not doing Blade, I guess I'll do Midnight. He seems like especially because of everything that he's been through with getting this movie off of the ground, I just can't see him being like, all right, cool. Could be wrong. But
I think he walked. I think he's already walked. Myself. Like Chill just did a video. Let me see if I can. He had inserted it was they asked Mahershala Ali about it, and
was it on the red carpet?
His
was
response,
it like a red carpet event?
I want to say, hold on, I'm gonna bring it back.
Well, he was like, I'm ready. Just call Marvel. I'm ready.
That's why I was thinking it might be that clip because I've seen that clip.
Mm-hmm. And it's so bad. Like, it just looks bad on Marvel. Like, and maybe everybody else isn't paying attention to it because, I mean, that's the good thing about, other cultures. But it just looks bad for black men. It's like, y'all cannot get the black men together in the MCU. It just looks bad. Like, y'all just...
It does.
And I was just telling,
and that's
when you came up, I was telling Blue that with Ryan Coogler and how he's able to get Sinners off the ground in the time that he did. And this is way after Blade was announced, and he was able to pull that off.
Yeah, because it's not hard to do a vampire movie. Like when you make a list of movies, like a vampire movie might be one of the easiest movies to just kind of do.
It's real simple, man. It's real simple. It ain't hard, but this is what I was talking about, right?
50. They're not going to do it with him.
What's the sort of status of Blade? Are you hopeful it's still going to happen?
I'm just taking it a day at a time. I'm doing the best work I can. I just did a movie called Your Mother, Your Mother, Your Mother that I'm very excited about, that I got to scratch my stunts itch. Got to do some sword work in that, and it's a wonderful story. I would love for Blade to happen. We'll see. I don't know where Marvel is at right now. I'm looking for the next great part. I really am.
They're gonna get a.
That's it. Like to me, that's him saying, I'm done. Whatever. If they come back.
And notice the subtle dig he kind of threw at Marvel too when he was talking about the other movie he was working on. He said, I got to do some great swords work in there.
There's some stunt. I got to scratch a stunt itch, and they had great sword work in that. Yeah, he done.
That's him. That's like, you can tell if you look at how his tone is when he was asked that early on, like probably maybe not too soon after, but soon after the Blade movie got announced, his enthusiasm was higher. But by this time right here, which I think was last year, he sounds like, okay, he's just like, he's tapped out. Like, it's like, it is what it is. It's almost to the point where he's like, okay, I wish I would stop asking me about it. I mean, I know I have to give the politically correct response, but if I could tell you what I really want to say, I would probably hurt my career.
How long do you think he's under? I mean, what is this? This 7 years? We're going.
It 2019.
So yeah, 7 years.
Yeah, going on 7 years. 7 years in July since the announcement.
It's just horrible PR. Like, how do you spend this? Like, when we get ready, I guess there is a way to spend it because Secret Wars is about to happen. But it's like, how we do Midnight Suns and then we roll out whoever the new Blade is. Like, that's crazy.
Exactly. I was saying the same thing if they do that Midnight Suns movie. Man, listen, that's going to be
they can't do a rollout.
The amount of PR. Like, I can imagine what Mahershala First of all, if he's even going to do that movie.
Well, I'm just saying, let's say he doesn't do it. Like, and that's why we, when we're having the conversations around like T'Challa and Kang, the black men in Hollywood is so small. It's so small, and I know we want everybody, you know, to be recast, but I can only imagine being the actor having to come in and answer questions on why I'm now Blade and what happened to Mahershala Ali. Like, it's crazy.
I would look if I'm coming in as the new Blade, we not rolling me out. I'm gonna just show up in this movie and I'm gonna be dope and I'm gonna go about my day because, like you said, I'm not about to answer for the mistakes that y'all made.
No, they're gonna hit you with the hit you with the contract and say you are going to show up and be here.
And I'm you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just here so I don't get fined. That's exactly what I'm answering.
That is so bad, bro. And that is why when they were talking about recasting Kang and you know they were looking at old boy, what's Unc name?
Who?
Coleman Domingo.
Oh, Coleman Domingo.
And he said, I'm not doing it. Like, that was that man's role. I want something for me. And because he knows he would have to answer those questions and he don't want to deal with that. So it's
right.
And it's gonna suck whoever has to step into this Blade and you have to deal with. But like I said, Secret Wars can be a clean slate. You know, hey, this is the Blade in this universe.
And on top of that, they're gonna also have to deal with the people that's gonna do the comparison thing. They're gonna have to deal with if whoever takes this role as Blade, they're gonna have to deal with the comparison of their performance versus Wesley Snipes' performance, and you're gonna have people saying, it was okay, but I wonder how Mahershala would have did with the role.
I think you got to keep him, man. I think they got to figure this out. They got to figure this out, man. Or maybe they don't, because once again, our community is so small. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We are really the only ones that really, really care about like this, like in depth. Yeah, you go outside into the general population. They don't.
Mahershala Ali is Blade anyway. You're right about it. I don't know if the general audience is. But they probably don't forgot by now anyway. You know what I'm saying?
They're as over it as he is.
Yeah, they probably forgot. But I still want to answer. I think it's with what you said, Tina, about like Coleman Domingo and stuff. It's harder to come in and have to answer for that role when the person was unceremoniously, booted or something like that happened. To me, it's easier to come in and say, hey, for T'Challa, I'm keeping the legacy alive.
Yeah.
I think that's an easier thing to do than, hey, because now you got to answer some questions that you just, JM, I got to answer for, look, I don't know nothing about that man, the trial. I don't know nothing. I'm here. They brought me in as Kang. I'm being, not, and that's always going to be the question. If they ain't going to ask you about the role, they're going to ask you about Jonathan Majors.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Blade. They're not going to ask you about Blade. Hey, how does it feel about being Blade? No, they're going to say, hey, man. So
how did you come into the role after Mahershala
Ali did he give you your blessing and yada yada? And it's like, hold on. I'm here for something else, not that, so I do feel that it's Marvel, like I just said, they just keep losing points to me. They just keep losing points.
And I think these teasers that they dropping for Doomsday is damage control at this point.
No, it is.
Don't get me wrong. I do like the X-Men one. That's my favorite one, but I think it's damage control at this point.
I think this whole situation is for them to buy time because I don't think they still know what their next situation is. They're gonna hit us over the head with nostalgia. Nostalgia will buy them time for the next 2 to 3 years until they can get off the ground what they can get off the ground. That's how I feel because I don't think they know what to do with X-Men. I think they thought they knew what to do with Fantastic Four, and I don't think it worked the way that they thought it was gonna work. I always said that they should have just cut bait and rebooted anyway, or just went forward with the X. They didn't even have to do a reboot. They could have just said, we done with doing Avengers stuff. We going over and we doing X-Men stuff. And I think the audience would have just followed their ass right on over there to do some X-Men stuff. And if they wanted to go back and visit Avengers related stuff, then they could do that. You know what I'm saying? But to me, to linger and to hold on to this multiversal era for so long, I think it hurts. It hurts more than does more harm than good.
Yeah,
that's what I believe.
And that's also why. And that's also why when a week or so ago, when everybody thought Jordan Peele was doing Blade, I was like, y'all, I'm telling y'all, I have heard that Jordan Peele wasn't with the Blade situation. Of course, things can change.
Right.
He wanted a lot of control. You know what I'm saying? Is he gonna do Midnight Suns? Are they gonna bend the knee and let it come under, Monkey Paw Productions and let him run it how he wants to run it? I don't
think that fits him.
I
really
don't either. I don't either.
think that fit him.
I don't either.
I just don't. I don't think that. You know what fit him more to me? Maybe some X-Men related. I know they like to say Jordan Peele is horror, but Jordan Peele is it's more than just horror. He's more on the psychological type level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So give him a dope X-Men story to psychologically mind fuck people with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that works better than, because I haven't seen his anything action. Midnight Sun should be an action smorgasbord of just, sword swinging, blood spilling, bombs going off, and shots being fired. And I just don't see him doing that.
Yeah.
Don't see him doing that.
I mean, he met for X-Men, but like I said, he wanted, he's built up enough cachet to have requests, and those requests wasn't met. So it is what it is. I don't like you said, I don't know if I want to see a Jordan Peele Midnight Suns.
I like that Sam Wilson film, Jordan Peele. I think he could have.
I think he could have did that.
I think he could have pulled that off, because I think it would have been a little bit more grounded. And I think he would have leaned into the race issue.
Sure.
And I don't think he would have been heavy-handed with it though. It would have been just enough to have you thinking and looking and second guessing.
And he wouldn't have fired the actor that played Elijah Bradley.
Right. Or if you're gonna fire him, recast him.
Yeah.
That's
because he did kind of
yeah.
I would have fought for the kid. I would have been like, hey, he didn't get any charges. You know what I'm saying? Let's put him in some anger management, but let's keep the kid, man. Let's keep the kid. Y'all know I love the kids. Keep the kid.
Man, Marvel don't play, but man, you can't sneeze in the
No, y'all can't sneeze. Black men can't. Everybody else can do what they want, and they're gonna keep them. Because you right. Everybody else can have accusations and pending cases and still be cool. So
that's fine. They gonna try. Listen, they gonna do the repeat thing again, like how Blade had to come in and save Marvel from itself all them years ago, and now they gonna hit the same little stumbling block. I think they already did. And now they think that Doomsday is going to be it. Well, actually, I'm going to be honest with you. I think Brand New Day is going to be the one that's going to hit.
There you go. That's
because it's Spider-Man. Spider-Man don't
about
miss.
Brand New Day. I got to see it, man. I got to see a trailer. It just seems like it's a lot going on.
More than Doomsday?
I expect that from Doomsday.
What the concern at for Doomsday, and where's your concern at for Brand New Day?
I expect that from Doomsday. Like they already announced we're gonna have 60 people in here, so it's like, oh okay. Spider-Man, like, and maybe it's because we don't really know what the story is. I think once I see a trailer, and we don't know who the villain is. I mean, it's supposed to be Sadie Sink. I think that's also why I'm just like, what's going on here? But that's a good thing. I don't exactly know what's going on with this movie, so I think that's good.
It's good and bad, because it's like, why? Well, I think holding on to Sadie Sink serves no purpose to me.
Yeah.
Just don't. I mean, announce who she playing and call it. Like that ain't gonna stop people from coming to the movies.
Yeah, she was in a recent. I know she was on a recent interview. Because they had interviewed like the cast of Stranger Things individually, because it's their last season, and she had a recent interview. I think she was on Jimmy Fallon, and they had brought up about her being in Spider-Man. And it's still a mystery. Like she's, of course, she's saying that that she's in it, and that she was filming it, but they still haven't said who she's playing. Like they're leaving. Like I said, this better be a dope reveal.
Yeah, the way they hold on.
I've never seen them leave a character like this in so much mystery. Like I've heard so many things. I've heard she's gonna play Mayday Parker. I've heard Rachel Summers. I've heard Jean Grey. Like those are the three red-headed characters that that we keep hearing about.
I think it's clear she is the villain. She is the villain because we have not heard of any other villains She is the villain.
No, we got
who?
We got Tombstone. We got Scorpion.
But we know Tombstone ain't the main. Like he's not the main guy.
Remember, one of the villains they wanted to have in there was Mr. Negative, but they said,
Mr.
"Oh
Negative.
nah." They said, "Oh nah, that budget gonna be too high to get all his special VFX right." Because that's a CGI nightmare right there.
We know Tombstone is not the main. They didn't bring him in until 3 months into filming. Yeah. So we know he's not the main guy. We know not Tombstone. Scorpion ain't the main guy. It's her. She's been there from the jump. She is the villain.
It's just, to me, it just don't make sense.
I hope you're right, Tina.
I'm just using context clues.
It just don't make sense. In my opinion, you hold it when she appears in this trailer, or if they hold it to the vest until the movie come out, she better be like Darth Vader level villain. You know what I'm saying? This better be Rogue One, Darth Vader in the hallway killing the storm, not the stormtroopers, the rebels. It better be a scene like that when she appear, because man, y'all just wasting time.
Google don't even know who she playing, and Google know everything.
I think a part of it is because for the longest we were putting so much on Mr. Negative. I think we was just focused on Mr. Negative. I don't think nobody cared about her. And so now we're hearing, oh, there's not no Mr. Negative. And it's like, well, who is she? And then the trailer leaks and it's, she's kind of ominous. Mystique, move out of my way, Spider-Man. So it's like, she's the villain.
Or maybe her part, if she's not the villain, maybe her part is so significant to the plot that they can't say what it is, because if they say what it is, then that's when people are going to start putting things together.
Then you don't show
what
her.
The plot is.
You don't even put her in the trailer.
If she the damn MacGuffin, if she only got 5 minutes in this movie,
we don't. Who is Chamel Tillman playing? Because he's in this movie.
Damage Control.
Damage Control.
Head of Damage Control.
Head of Damage Control. Okay.
That's why I said we don't went through all the characters. We basically know who's in this movie, except the villain.
And Damage Control. And speaking of Damage Control, the Department of Damage Control is going to be in Wonder Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a villain.
Blue, don't sound so enthused.
And I always say follow the money, right? Follow the money, right? We're about to do X-Men. Mm-hmm. Sadie Sink was announced for this movie shortly after the director was announced for X-Men. If this is going to be my Jean Grey, he should be involved in that. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense. And
is he doing the X-Men? Is he leading up the X-Men?
No, the other guy is. So that's what I'm saying. Like Destin, they picked her before we was even completely settled on old boy doing X-Men. I'm pretty sure they're casting for X-Men now, but is Jean Grey that important that we need to go ahead and put her in Spider-Man?
No.
And present her before any other X-Men? Like it just doesn't make sense to me.
But that's me too. Jean Grey don't make sense. Jean Grey does not make sense, because why the hell she running around New York City solo? That's
right.
Jean Grey is the classic damsel in distress. That's what she was made for. Her character is that. As powerful as she is, she was basically made to be the damsel in distress, right? And she's lived up to that. In every iteration, she's been the damsel.
Exactly. She does not get to this omnivorous villainous. Like it takes time to get her there, either by Phoenix or if we're going Madeline Pryor. She don't just appear that way. So Collector's Reign said Jeff Snyder's first report was Sadie as Jean Grey. This is what I'll say about that. This is what I truly believe. I believe that, and me and Blue talked about this the other day when we were talking about Letitia Wright. When they're casting and they're looking for people, Sadie Sink probably was on like their vision board of potential characters to be in X-Men. Right. So I do believe Marvel probably was looking at her for Jean Grey or Rogue, anybody. And then Sony probably was looking at her like, what I'm saying? And it's like
her over here on the board for this character.
Exactly.
They got to come together and come up with who is it really going to be.
Yeah, or it's up to her and her agents. Who got the best offer?
Yeah.
Who ready to put the money up? Marvel might be like, hey, we waiting to sign contracts to next year. Sony like, we ready to do it right now.
And that's another thing too. If she shows up in Spider-Man before she shows up in the Marvel situation, who's retaining the rights to the character? Right?
She's not Jean. If she's Jean Grey, bro, this will be like the biggest thing I have to swallow. None of this stuff is adding up to make sense for it to be, Jean Grey for me.
Now, for me, I got a little bit more information. I was talking about it, I think either yesterday or the day before yesterday. They say Spider-Man's supposed to be showing it. The rumor is he's supposed to be showing up in the symbiote too. Right? I'm thinking maybe she could be Shriek. And I'm just throwing that out there because if we're dealing with symbiotes in Brand New Day, she shows up as Shriek. She talked about the changing of the body, the morphing and things of that nature. That would fall in line with that. And it'll make sense for why she says the stuff that she said. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If the symbiote was on Peter, but ended up getting on her and she turns into Shriek, she would know who Peter is and all of these things because, so I'm looking at it like that. And that's a Stretch Armstrong stretch for me. But that's all I got. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna just keep speculating and throwing out things. And it just makes more sense because then that keeps Sony having control of said character. They ain't got to worry about throwing it over to Marvel or anything like that. So
yeah.
But I'm with you. Jean Grey, all of these. And the reason why Typhoid Mare is another reason I say that. They don't have to give Typhoid Mare to Marvel if that
right.
You know what I'm saying? It could just stay over there on that side of things and they can work with it. And I don't think Marvel gonna need Typhoid Mare to show up.
I'm gonna just boil it down to this. I think she's playing Rachel Summers. I really think she's playing Rachel Summers.
Why?
Yeah, that's too much. That's too much. The
reason they come out and they said that her character has psychic abilities or anything telepathic, and it's not Jean Grey, it would have to be Rachel.
No, Typhoid Mare has the same exact thing. She has telepathic power. That's why I lean real heavy into that, plus all the other characters surrounding what's going on. Punisher, Daredevil. Typhoid Mare is a Daredevil villain.
I also read, also in that same interview that she did with Jimmy Fallon, she says in so many words that it's been torture that she can't speak on the role that she's playing. They have her under a serious NDA gag order.
I think we caused that though.
Because she cannot say what it is. The way that I was looking at it when I watched the interview, she wants so bad to tell people who she's playing and what this role is, but they're not allowing her to say what it is. And that's what she said. So basically, it's a contractual thing, and she's not gonna say nothing because she ain't trying to get sued. So,
but I think we caused all that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said before, if you go back to this summer, we was all focused on Mr. Negative. Destin Daniel Cretton's in it. We're all thinking, hey, we finna do Mr. Negative. We hearing about ninjas. Right. I don't think we was even caring about who Sadie Sink was that deep. Because we're thinking, hey, is she MJ? Is she this? Da, 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 da. But I think after Jeff Snyder put it out that she might be Jean Grey, it blew up. And I think they're feeding into it now. I think people are going to be disappointed.
I think so too.
I hope not.
I think she's going to end up being like the girl next door or something like that. Remember in the original Spider-Man when Spider-Man moved out and he was staying in the apartment and the little girl would come up to him and hand him the cookies? And if she end up being a character like that.
Hey, but you know what? Remember in Across the Spider-Verse when we first got introduced to the Spot and we thought he was some goofy character, but by the end he was a threat?
Yeah.
What if it's one of those things?
Yeah. And I just saw an interview with her, and when I pay attention to people's body language, and they were asking her about Jean Grey, and her body language just didn't give it away. That's just me. Like I said, if it's true, we'll just have to eat it. But I think if we historically look at every single Spider-Man movie, all of the villains have been Sony villains.
Right.
Every last one of them.
Mm-hmm.
That is
Why is Jean Grey a villain? Why is Jean Grey an antagonist?
Jean Grey is not a villain now. When she turns into the Phoenix, that's when she goes more to a villain. But, but that even still, that's not Sony. That's strictly Marvel.
Why is Jean Grey telling Spider-Man, you better move out the way?
Yeah, that is not her bag at all. And I mean, unless she Madeline Pryor.
I would hate that, bro. I would hate that. I would. And then I'm sitting here visually, like in my mind, I'm thinking of what I think Jean Grey would be, even as a teenager. Like Sadie like 5'2", like
Yeah, she's a small girl. Yeah, like
small.
she don't even give off. You know, like I'm not scared of who. What? Like, nah.
We'll
Sadie,
see,
go
though.
sit down. And I'm surprised they even, you know what I'm saying, looking at her being cast as, let's say she is Jean Grey. Jean Grey got to be some at least 5'8", 5'9".
Yeah.
You know, she is supposed to be the girl next door type, homely, but she's still supermodel gorgeous at the same time. Like, and that no shame to say the Sadie Sink, but she just don't have the proportion. Let me say that.
Unless they're gonna recast her, unless they're saying, hey, this is the teenage Jean Grey, and then you know, recast to a full adult after a while. But I would think if I'm going teenage Jean Grey, you still want to have a little height, but I guess it really don't matter. But you want her and Scott to kind of, you know, they kind of sit close to each other. Who knows?
Everybody thinks she Rachel Grey. Nova Dragon just said she is Scott and Jean's daughter.
So they think they Rachel Summers.
Yeah, what I said, Rachel. I mean, it's Rachel Grey. Actually, it's Rachel Grey. Actually,
nah, it's Rachel Summers because Scott and Jean was married before they had her.
Nah, it's Rachel Grey.
Oh my god. Oh, so I guess their son is Nathan Grey too. Then
it is. It's crazy,
Nathan
right?
Grey and Rachel Grey don't even sound as dope as Rachel and Nathan Summers.
It's Rachel Grey, man, because they came. One of the dope storylines about her was the Shire. They sent a death squad to kill off her whole family line. All the Greys, they end up killing all the Greys in the comic. That's how I know she's Rachel Grey. But either way, Summers, Grey. Do it really matter? She ain't showing up as neither one. So.
Well, I'm only assuming that they're gonna drop a teaser at the Super Bowl for Brand New Day. I mean, that would be the fitting place to place it, and I guess we shall see if she shows up in it.
Yeah, nah, it's gotta be a Super Bowl placement for sure. Gotta be a Super Bowl placement.
And that's kind of like, man, this goes to show you like how our attention span has been. Like, why is a Spider-Man trailer dropping in February? When does this movie come out? June, July? Like,
in July.
The marketing gap is starting to get, you know, short.
At first, I thought they was going to end up delaying the release of the movie because remember Tom Holland got injured on the set, and he had to stop filming for like a couple of weeks. But I mean, he must have healed pretty fast. Because they still locked in with that July 31st. They said, oh no. Tom and John Berthold said, we gonna keep this date here because I need my bag for both Odyssey and Brand New Day. I need them to happen around the same time. And Zendaya. I just realized that Zendaya is about to come up again. She got Odyssey, Brand New Day, and Dune 3.
She breadwinner, baby.
But she is from my understanding, she does not have a big role in this Brand New Day.
She doesn't. That's
probably
what I heard.
not.
I heard that her role is not as big as it was in the first 3 movies.
I think she's probably ready to move on at this point. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, being on the set with your man. What is it like being on the set with your man?
I don't want to work with my wife. And we kind of unfortunately do because we both be in this house together. Because I work from home and she does hair. She got a little studio downstairs. So no, I don't.
But from my understanding, she is a smaller. The role has been smaller. I also think Ned's role is smaller too. Also.
I can see them getting ready to phase them out. It's time to move on.
It would make the most sense considering how No Way Home ended.
Yeah.
Yeah. And him keeping his distance. They don't know who he is. Things that I could see him peeping through, doing some peeping Tom type stuff. Looking through the window, looking at Zendaya. He done dropped the letter off or something, stuff like that. But I don't think it's necessarily a big role for her, which is good because this lets Spider-Man be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
you know,
and he's going to need to be Spider-Man because he can be dealing with how many people in this movie?
Right.
I'm excited for Tombstone for sure. I'm excited.
Shout out to Krondon.
I'm excited.
When I saw he got that role, I said that has to be one of the best castings in MCU history.
Yeah.
Because man, he looks in real life looks just like the Tombstone character.
You're a little short, but we can rock with it.
Of course, you know, with technology, they'll make him appear bigger, but still, like when I saw that, I said, wow. All I thought about was in the game, and when I saw he got casted, I was so excited. I was probably more excited about him being casted in this than Sadie Sink, because the thing is, like with this, is like that was perfect casting, and I'm so glad that, because I just remember him as being Tobias on Black Lightning.
Yeah.
Look, I remember when Black Lightning first came on, my mother used to watch it with me. She said, I can't stand him. I said, good, that means he playing his part correctly, because he's not supposed to
the monkeys.
Look, and think about it. Before he got cast, remember when Tremel Tillman was announced and everybody was saying he was Tombstone. So that's why I'm like, these rumors can kind of like take a life of its own, and we're a part of that. And I was like one of the people. I'm like, bro, Tremel Tillman cannot be Tombstone. No, they have to find an albino actor. Like, y'all got to. Y'all just go find them. They out there. Go find them.
And they found him.
Yeah. Stamina said the first trailer for No Way Home dropped in August. For decent people are impatient. It's not really people are being impatient. I guess it's just a change in time, because usually when you're running a marketing campaign for movies, they're usually 6 months out. We're just, you know, ever since COVID, these marketing campaigns have been getting shorter and shorter and shorter. But yeah, back in the day, you know, we used to have pretty long marketing campaigns for movies. Not a year out, but at least, you know.
Well, the thing is, if they drop a trailer for a Brand New Day in February, that's 6 months. I mean, from like the teaser, February to July, that's about over 6 months when you think about it, because it comes out at the very end of July.
Yeah, I get about 5 months. Okay, yeah.
I'm not mad. I think they have to do stuff like that. Because think about, even with these teasers for Doomsday, we're a year out.
No, I get it. A year is kind of far.
Yeah, we're a year out, and they trying to give us.
Well, I'll put it like this. Remember, last year they dropped the first teaser for Odyssey for exactly a year out.
Mm-hmm. But that was it. They dropped that teaser and said, "Hey, we just letting y'all know."
But they just dropped another trailer for it like last week or the week before.
Yeah.
But also on the flip side, it's still in the same spot. July 17th.
No, I'm saying I thought it. No, Odyssey comes out. Is it July?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it comes out the week before. It comes out the week before Brand New Day.
Okay.
I feel like Brand New Day got pushed. Did it get pushed a week or two?
Brand New Day still got that 31st. It's still on the 30th of July. It still has that 31st release date.
Oh, I thought they slid it forward by like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think something moved because of Tom Holland. One of them moved, not a lot, but one of them moved.
Yeah,
I thought I remember.
The Spider-Man. I think it was Spider-Man.
Because they were going to run into issues with marketing. I remember one of them moving a week or so.
But then again, dropping a teaser a year out in advance is very on brand for Christopher Nolan, because he's done that several times before. But then again, it's Christopher Nolan. Like, he's not. You know what you're gonna get with him. You ain't gonna get no mid. Nolan knows that he gonna make money, no matter what he drops. He said, "I'm gonna drop this 3-hour movie, and you will be seated in IMAX."
Mm-hmm.
Because I know I did. I remember I was initially gonna watch Oppenheimer, but then I kept hearing how everybody said it was so good, and I said, okay, let me go ahead and watch it. So word of mouth is what pulled me in, because I initially wasn't going to watch it, and I actually enjoyed it. It's a long movie.
I still haven't watched it.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie. Robert Downey Jr. actually earned that Oscar. When I walked out of the movies, I said, if Robert Downey Jr. does not at least get a nomination for this, then that is an insult to his performance. And I like that I was able to see him outside of Iron Man, and I think that's what I wanted to see him do. And honestly, the whole cast did so well that everybody could have got an acting nomination, from Robert Downey Jr. Emily Blunt did a very good job.
I like Emily Blunt.
What's his name? God, I keep forgetting his name.
That was the same year that Denzel was in Gladiator too?
No,
I think
that was the year
think
before.
so.
Denzel to get one for
I
Gladiator.
think that was the year. I think that was the year before. Yeah, it was the year before.
Denzel had that Mount Vernon accent way out in Rome.
Even Florence Pugh, as small as a role that she had in that movie, she did a good job with the
I
role
like
that
Florence,
she had.
man. I've seen
She
her in
did-
a couple movies.
And I was glad because we got to see people who were in comic book movies do something in this movie, and they were actually able to really act. Like Robert Downey Jr. I'm gonna be honest.
Florence
Robert
can
Downey,
act.
RDJ's character in that movie, when you watch it, Blue, you are going to hate him. Like really,
I hate him anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's not hard to hate Tony Stark. It really ain't.
Well, it ain't hard to hate Robert Downey.
Or RDJ.
I mean, because he's such a shady character. In that
like
movie.
I didn't like him in
shady.
when him and Wesley was in U.S. Marshal. I hate.
Oh yeah, he was in U.S. Man, he was a crooked cop.
Yeah,
he killed his partner.
What was the?
I was so mad about that.
It's another one I didn't like him in, but Robert Downey Jr. He's an actor's actor. He can act his ass.
I always say if you want to act, you need to get in a Nolan film because Christopher Nolan is gonna make you act.
He bring it out.
He gonna bring that inner thespian up out of you, even if you don't know it's there. He gonna bring it up out of you.
Robert Downey just let the booger sugar get to him. That's all it was.
Oh yeah. RDJ definitely went on his binges. I've heard about his binges back in the day.
He was always a phenomenal actor. You know what I'm saying? Florence Pugh was good in Midsommar. That's why I first saw her.
Oh yeah, Midsommar. That was a wild movie.
So Florence Pugh is she comes from the cloth of where you gotta act. And we ain't got no big budget here. We are
exactly. And anybody, and I'm gonna be honest, anybody with the last name Skarsgård is gonna give you a performance. They're gonna give you a show. Yeah. Anybody with Skarsgård, you know you're gonna get something out of them.
They daddy like an old school actor, real, you know what I'm saying? About it. He was in Thor. He was the professor.
He was. Did you ever see the American version of the girl with the dragon tattoo?
Yeah.
Remember he was in that too.
Yep.
When she hit him over the face with that golf club, I was like,
But yeah, now the thing about Marvel or Disney or whoever you want to call it, they get quality actors. I've never really had an issue with who they cast. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, they gonna get quality actors. I don't like who would be a bad actor that Marvel did get.
It's not a lot, man. They can cast. They can cast.
A weak link.
Who? Batista?
No, Letitia Wright. She might be a weak.
Letitia Wright can act. She's a theater girl.
I think she phoned some things.
But we've only seen her in 2 movies.
I know that's what make it bad because
she didn't phone it in the first movie. She didn't phone it in the second movie.
I think she.
Man,
I think she phoned some stuff in.
Don't disrespect my girl like that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I take it back. Groot.
Ben Diesel. He's on Ben Diesel.
Groot might be the weak link. Vin Diesel might be the weak link.
How did they even hire him for that? How do you like was that a James Gunn connect? Like how do you even
that's
call?
probably some of the easiest acting Vin Diesel ever had to do because all he had to do was say one word, but he had to say it different ways. Or 3 words, I am Groot.
That's great.
I mean, you got to admit though, his performance as Groot, he did come in handy, literally in handy, when he had to sacrifice his roots in order to make the handle for Stormbreaker. Burnt his poor roots and had to cut his arm off and grow a new one to make the handle for Stormbreaker.
Man, salute to Vin Diesel. That's got to be the biggest Hollywood finesse ever.
Gotta be. Gotta be crazy.
Gotta be. He pulled a Janet Jackson with that one. Got it.
That's crazy. And you talking about Denzel and his accent, like, bro, that's why I'm like, what is he from? Who he playing in Black Panther 3? He gotta be an American.
He gotta be.
He gotta be an American.
Money earning Mount Vernon. Yeah, man. Yeah, but it's crazy. Did you watch Gladiator 2?
I did not. I
it's
didn't.
crazy because he killed that role though. He killed
just the accent.
He killed it. It's just you can tell he was trying not to sound like that, but it would come out. And then sometimes I just be thinking about Training Day. Jake. No, you got
the same. We can say the same thing for Halle Berry. She went in and out of the African accent in the first X-Men, but then after that they said,
That's
you
the
know what,
director's
Halle,
fault.
it ain't working. Just speak with your regular accent, and that's what she did.
Yeah.
I personally don't think Storm should have an African accent, but do what you will.
She's from Kenya. I mean, what kind of accent do you want her to have?
Depends. You know what I'm saying? Because she spent time over there, but she spent time over here. So
she was, by the time she became orphan, she was around like 7, 8, or 9.
Mm-hmm.
And she was living in an American household in Cairo. So as a product of
wasn't
an
her
army
dad from
brat,
New York or
as a
something
part
like that?
of a military family, let me tell you this. Whatever accent my mama and my daddy has is the accent that I'm gonna have. So
yeah.
No matter where I'm at, I'm gonna have my familiar accent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, not saying that she can't have it, but it shouldn't be deep. Like she should have like certain, like her mama might say certain phrases or something in Kenyan or whatever, and she picked up on that. But as far as accent goes, she was an American. She was American until she got caught up in the crash and everything like that.
Yeah.
So that's why
one thing I wish they always like kind of touched on with Storm, with her character, is her being claustrophobic. I've always wanted them to touch on that because that's when her powers go like haywire. Like she be creating all kinds of crazy storms all at once. Like it'd be looking like the day after tomorrow.
Yeah, but I just don't think it's a reason to really put her in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think it's a reason to put her in that situation. Because you do that, then what? So she's trapped under some rubble and Hurricane Sandra shows up. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
I put it like this though: if they want to show, if they actually do that, whoever plays that part gonna have to really act their ass off, because that's gonna demand some serious acting from you to convince us that you are claustrophobic. Especially, yeah. Like imagine like freaking out like that. Like that's probably gonna demand a lot from the actor to really push that out of them.
Baby, that's acting 101. Act scared.
Yeah, just act scared.
Just act scared.
Maybe it's because I want to see
anxiety, panic attacks.
Maybe it's because I want to see what the visual effects of that scene would look like.
Yeah. Yeah.
It could be. I mean, maybe we can get it in like a, something that was left on the floor and they just added, what I'm saying, director's cut type style. But I don't necessarily think it needs to be part of the story.
Yeah.
No. Don't need to be part of it. Or she can like mention it or something, but not necessarily. So for me, don't need to be part of the story because this other with Storm, and her powers being kind of fluctuated with her emotions anyways, other ways to pull that off. You know what I'm saying? Other than trapping her in the closet with R. Kelly around her. Michael Douglas folding did in this Hank Pym. Yeah, Michael Douglas is done though. Like I could see him phoning it in. So, I'm with you. Yeah, Michael Douglas, him and Groot. And old girl, what's her name? Who played the Wasp? She retired from acting. She was just in the back. If I understand, she was in the back.
Was it Lily? Angeline Lilly?
Angeline Lilly, yeah. I don't think she kind of wanted to be. I think that first one she was there, but this last one with Kang and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know she retired.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she just had a head injury too. So. Yeah, man. I don't know, fellas. We'll see, but I can't wait.
Well, I got a question for y'all, and I always ask this like every year at the top of the year, at the bottom of the year. What non-comic book movie are you looking forward to this year?
Oh, a bunch. I definitely want to see, and this is just me just kind of remembering off the top of my head, Michael, The Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah. Devil Wears Prada sequel is coming, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I like that movie, but I do like that.
I can't think of all of the movies coming out. Street Fighter, even though it looks crazy, I'm gonna be there.
Oh, I'm gonna be right there, seated for Street Fighter, laughing my ass off.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to, of course, that Michael biopic is gonna be like that's my most anticipated movie of the year. I'm also looking forward to
$2 billion movie.
Yeah. Oh, $1 billion at the least, for sure. For sure. I'm also looking forward to Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah.
Let's see. I actually want to see that new Zazie Beetz movie, that They Will Kill You. The trailer they just dropped for that.
Yeah, that does look good.
That actually looks very interesting. I actually want to see that. Let's see what else they got.
You said
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I said Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I can't remember.
The Odyssey. The Odyssey.
Yeah. It's a good TV show year too. It's a lot of good TV shows that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, the second season of Cross is coming on next month. I can't wait. Like
Supergirl, non-comic. You said non-comic.
Yeah. I just said that too.
Also, the last season of Euphoria is coming on.
I never got into that. My daughter,
it's actually really good. Zendaya. I said, if you want to see Zendaya really act, watch Euphoria.
I just ain't in the young teens or whatever they are.
We'll put it this way. We'll put it this way. This is a show that a lot of adults watch, and you got to also put into your mind that all of these actors are playing teens, but they are all in their 20s and 30s. Also, the last season of The Boys.
Parent to me is like, these damn kids out here doing these binge parties and drinking and debauchery.
Debauchery.
Euphoria is a wild show.
Project Hail Mary. Project Hail Mary is one of them. I remember they wanted us to read that book in high school, but Project Hail Mary. Not high school, it was college, I'm sorry. Project Hail Mary.
Yeah, Stamina says Zendaya is having her biggest year. Zendaya, man,
Zendaya's on a run. She's on a. You know how every few years you have that one actor or actress that has a run where you're constantly always seeing them in things, and that's why they for a while they kept saying, I'm getting tired of seeing Pedro Pascal. Apparently, the studios aren't, because they keep putting him in things because they know that he's a draw. I remember at one time Jessica Alba had a run back in the early 2000s. She was in everything.
I think Pedro just don't say no. Yeah, I think Pedro just want to work.
Yeah, but that is true, because Pedro doesn't do a lot of shows like that. But now his character is gone off of The Last of Us, so that's a consistent check that's gone.
You'd be surprised how much TV shows Pedro has done. That's the thing about it. A lot of people talking about, oh, he's in everything. You should go back and look at some of his old. Pedro has done.
I remember he was on Game of Thrones. I remember he was in Game of Thrones.
Everything.
He was one of the only He was one of the few non-British actors that was on that show.
Yeah.
And it's crazy when you think about Game of Thrones. Watching that TV show, we probably did not ever think that Pedro Pascal and Jason Momoa would be the biggest stars out of that franchise. That's crazy.
Yeah. You got a point there.
Crazy. Who would have thunk it?
Yeah, because I remember I watched Jason Momoa was on, what was that TV show? Atlantis.
He was on. Remember Jason Momoa was briefly on The Game.
I mean, Jason Momoa was he was on a lot of. I'm just thinking of
Jason Momoa been around since the 90s.
When he was a big, you know what I'm saying, when he was an actual big character on a series or something like that. He had they gave him Conan. They made him a lead actor for no reason. I don't know why they did that, but Conan didn't do good. But that was actually a pretty decent movie. It's hard to fill them Arnold Schwarzenegger shoes.
And now Jason Momoa, he did Minecraft last year, which was a huge financial success, and now he's about to be in Street Fighter and in Supergirl.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big year for him too. Big year for him.
Jay the Informant said the dwarf beat Momoa. Nah. Peter Dinklage ain't working like Jason Momoa, bro. Jason Momoa is
Lil Dink. Lil Dink be out here working though. But he hasn't done a lot.
I'm talking about big, big budget, and leading them. So
they tried to push Sophie Turner out there, with being Jean Grey in the Apocalypse, and then that trash Dark Phoenix movie. My goodness, that movie was so bad. But now she's
I like
about
that
to
better
be.
than Apocalypse.
But
It was
but
better
now
than Apocalypse.
you like Dark Phoenix?
Better
I'm
than
such an
Apocalypse.
X-Men
Oh,
fan. I
God.
can't really say none of the movies are
Oh,
bad.
Dark
Like,
Phoenix
was
it can't come out my
horrible.
throat to say like any of them are
I
bad.
Nah, it's some bad ones.
Now,
And the reason why
First
I
Class and
like
Days of Future
Dark
Past were
Phoenix,
good.
reason why I like Dark Phoenix over Apocalypse was just horrible. Dark Phoenix knew it was bad and it was just trying to get the hell up out the door. That's all it was. It was like, I'm trying to go home, but y'all blocking my way. You know what I'm saying? So to me,
But
Dark Phoenix was like perfect. It was short, to the point, about it. Apocalypse just was going, lingering too long.
Yeah.
Nah.
That wasn't Apocalypse, and Oscar Isaac played him like that, but that
Yep.
was not Apocalypse. I will agree. But you know she's about to be Lara Croft in the Tomb Raider series they got for Amazon.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
would have been a dope Red Sonja. I don't know if y'all saw that trash ass Red Sonja that just came out. Don't watch it. Don't do it.
Yeah, like I said, Days of Future Past and First Class were good X-Men films under the last reign of the Fox regime.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Agreed.
I think it's because I like Fassbender. I loved his portrayal of Magneto.
Michael Fassbender
I think
was a
that
good
might be
Magneto.
why. Anything Michael Fassbender in
and
that
James
Magneto,
McAvoy was
I
a good
think I
Professor
like.
X too.
No, their recasting of the X-Men with the First Class and all of that, I think they did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Everything wasn't as cohesive. It could have been tightened up a little bit more, I say that, but they did a pretty good job with the casting.
Yeah.
They failed on for me, they failed with the villain. The villains failed in all. First Class, Days of Future Past, who was the bad guy in that?
Was it?
It was
Was
Trask.
it
It was
Trask.
Trask.
Yeah,
And
Trask.
Peter Dinklage played Trask.
Yeah, Peter Dinklage played Bolivar Trask.
Bolivar Trask. And the first one was Sebastian Shaw was the villain in First Class, and Apocalypse was the villain.
That was Kevin Bacon, and I'm like, y'all got Kevin Bacon to play Sebastian.
They got Kevin Bacon to play Sebastian Shaw.
That was
and
crazy.
I'm still mad about what they did to Darwin. Yep. He's supposed to be able to adapt, and he got killed to anything, and that's how you take him out. That's why so many people were so happy that he got a redemption playing Mr. Terrific.
Yeah, Angela Shipp was probably the worst casting.
Yeah, Alexandra Shipp was not good casting for Storm.
Because I used to think that too. Let me give her a slight pass. Was it, and I just have to remember correctly, wasn't First Class the younger versions of the original X-Men, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you had to get somebody light skin, I guess. You couldn't get nobody dark skin.
No,
because Halle Berry.
You could have definitely got somebody dark.
How if she's a younger Halle Berry, right?
No, I don't think she was necessarily younger. I don't, because that whole First Class
wasn't that like? I don't know. Was that a different timeline?
They never really explained that. It was because it was more so just supposed to be a rebooted X-Men line. Like after X3, they was done, but then they brought Wolverine in, and because everybody loved Hugh Jackman, so they was like, "Oh, well, let's connect these two back together," which is what they did. Because remember, First Class didn't have Wolverine in.
It didn't. They had a cameo. He had a cameo, when they were trying to go recruit, and they came across him in the bar, and he said, "Go F yourself," and they left. So he did have that cameo there.
There was no you know what I'm saying? The only connection was Wolverine.
But that would make sense though, if that is the younger versions of the other timeline, because they don't meet Wolverine until the year 2000 or whatever.
To me, I just think I always looked at it. It was supposed to be separate, but then because with Days of Future Past, it was different timelines, multiverses, as Marvel want to do it now. So I don't know. I mean, you're not wrong, and I'm not right.
They actually made it work. They actually made it work. Again, one of the best scenes in Days of Future Past was definitely the Quicksilver scene when they was getting him out of the Pentagon. Like how they shot that scene was so good. That scene was talked about probably the most out of the entire movie. Like everyone kept saying that was their favorite scene.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Nah, that was a dope scene.
Hey, well, we finna reboot. We'll see. We'll see. We will see what's about to happen.
Now Quicksilver is Ralph Boner.
That's Marvel. They be playing too much. Y'all be letting Feige get some shit off that he should not be able. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. Spike would
Like
never.
whose idea was that?
It was Feige. That's Feige. If it's some goofy ass, we talk about James Gunn with some goofy shit. Feige a goofy ass dude too, man. He a goofy ass dude too.
Ralph Boner.
Ralph fucking Boner. Come on. God deal with that.
Y'all ain't even have to bring him. Y'all ain't even have to put him in WandaVision. We didn't have to see her brother. Y'all ain't, because it gave us a false, like, this is how, when I say this all the time, this is how you know they did not have a plan for nothing. Because we thinking like, oh, we bringing the X-Men in. Yeah, this is all making sense. No, nothing makes sense. Nothing. Nothing. None of it.
We did our fanfic or whatever was better than what they gave us.
Yeah.
And our fanfic was really just based off what they gave us, but they didn't go that route. You know what I'm saying?
We thinking that Quicksilver coming in. We thinking Reed coming in. Like, yeah, Monica definitely meeting Reed.
Got to be real, and because that would be the easy layup, right?
And even with how they released it, because initially wasn't they supposed to release WandaVision, and then right after it was Multiverse of Madness? Like that was supposed to be the timeline, but they released
Madness was
WandaVision a whole year and some change before Multiverse of Madness came out. They had a whole bunch of other stuff come out in between.
It wasn't a whole year. No, it wasn't a whole year.
It was because I remember WandaVision came out in like January. Of 2021. Yeah. Multiverse of Madness came out in May of 2022.
Yeah, because Spider-Man came and it was the post-credit scene for Spider-Man, and Spider-Man came out like that December. Yeah, it was a while.
And also, the Falcon and Winter Soldier came out that same year too.
Yeah,
supposed to be swapped.
Because that year it was like WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and Shang-Chi,
and No Way Home.
Did Shang-Chi come out that year?
No, Shang-Chi came out the following year.
It was
WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and No Way Home.
You forgetting? No, Hawkeye was Christmas time. What if came out in between Falcon and the Winter Soldier and Hawkeye?
Yeah.
I do not like What If.
I like the first season of What If. Now the last two seasons was trash. I did like the first season though.
I was good on that because I knew what they were doing. What If just told me exactly. I said,
I didn't like Michael B. Jordan yelling. I didn't like Michael B. Jordan yelling out Wakanda forever. I said they could kept that.
No, what If told me everything that I needed to know about the future of Marvel. That they was about to fuck everything. And I called it. I'm gonna go find that episode. It was me and Mika. We was talking about it. And I said, yeah, this is.
Did you watch the Guardians holiday special?
Yeah. By force.
You said by force?
Yeah, because I y'all know I don't like James Gunn. Y'all like it. So I'm just like I'm just fun.
Kevin Bacon was in that, man.
The real Kevin Bacon.
The real Kevin Bacon. James Gunn is the fool, though. You right.
Just what you be doing, James? I had never watched Peacemaker. I cut on Peacemaker. It's an orgy, and I'm not against orgies. Okay, I'm not against them. I have the orgies.
Why is that in it?
Then in that case, I know you couldn't get through the boys then.
No, I can because that's what I expect from the boys.
Okay.
That was an expectation.
You said you just wasn't expecting for peace. It kind of was out of the blue. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But it didn't hurt. To me, it didn't hurt or help. You know what I'm saying?
And then it kept going. I said, this is why I don't trust Blue. I'm done.
What did I do? What I said?
I'm like, I need to see what Blue loves about James. Let me check out Peacemaker.
No, I think y'all got a misconception going. It's not that I necessarily like. I do think James is a decent director. He ain't like top 10, but I do think he's a competent director. You know, especially for comic book stuff. I think he cares. Now, the stuff that he really cares about is because he said he loved monsters, so it's always gonna be a kaiju or something like that in there that's probably going to be looking hella weird or some
Yeah.
shit like
Yeah,
that.
like in Superman.
Yeah, but other than that, he cares about the characters. He wants to make the best that he can for the characters. It's just, you know, he got a little goof in him. He got a little goof in him. You know what I mean?
It's like his inner child coming to the surface.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. But he can do serious stuff. He can do serious stuff. I think he's gonna be a little bit more hands off with a lot more of the things that's coming. Like he's not doing Supergirl. He's not doing Clayface. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
His next project is Superman. So he might just be doing Superman stuff. You know? So
Man, you know, like I said, as much as I dislike him, I do feel I feel bad for him, man, because it's never comforting to be in a level of uncertainty, especially when you signed on thinking you're gonna have a chance to, you know, I do think he should have the ability to build his world out. You just don't know what's gonna happen right now with Netflix. It's just, you know, I feel bad for him a little bit.
I think they keep him on. I think it don't make sense to me. You don't do I buy you and then I get rid of you and then I gotta go find somebody else. I think it's especially after you just started. It's not like you've been in 5-10 years doing DC content. You just started, right? I don't need to fire you. I don't even know what your real worth is yet. You know what I'm saying? And I can rein you in. You brand new, you come over here, I'm gonna rein you in a little bit, and you know what I'm saying? I can work with you. I go get somebody else. Or what if I can't get nobody? What if nobody else would want the job? You know what I'm saying? There's things like I think there's a lot of uncertainty on both sides, but I think they keep James Gunn because it just makes financial sense. I gotta pay the breakup contract, breakup fees, and all of that, and I'm pretty sure
his contract up. He don't have to pay a breakup fee. His contract could be up.
I thought they just extended it for 2 years or something like that.
When does Superman come out?
Next year.
27. I think I saw they extended it like spring of 27, something like that. But what I mean is, because I think we talked about this before, does Netflix have a universe? Like, I don't think they really specialize in building universes, and
they did it with Marvel.
Outside of Marvel, though, I don't think they really have like any universes over there, really.
No, they don't. They did it with Marvel. They tried it with the Millerverse. I wonder what happened.
What's the Millerverse?
It was Jupiter's. Was it Jupiter
Ascending?
Yeah, they was
that
trying
was
to
not a good movie at all.
They was trying to do all of that. No, it was a series, not Jupiter Ascending. Jupiter Ascending was the one with Gambit in it.
With Channing Tatum.
Not Jupiter Ascending. Because Mark Miller is the guy who created Jupiter's Legacy. That's what it is. But Mark Miller is the guy who created Kick-Ass for Marvel back in the day.
Right.
And he has his own production. I think it's under Boom or Image. I can't remember. But either way, he had a deal over there. He was trying to put something together. I think he did 2 projects over there, and then I haven't seen or heard from him since. So Netflix tries to do things, but you know that's not really their bag. But now you acquire a studio, which is what they didn't have.
Mm-hmm.
Now they have the opportunity to lean into it, and why not just let James Gunn get busy over there?
But if we're looking at behaviors, right? They've had the ability to do it before.
Zack Snyder. My bad. Zack Snyder. They let him have his rogue. What was it?
Rebel Moon.
Rebel Moon hit that trash.
But that wasn't was that a universe or just one movie?
Yeah,
it was two. Wasn't it 2 movies?
It was 2 day-long movies. They were 24 hours apiece.
But were they like sequels?
Yeah.
But that's not what I'm saying. When I say a universe, I mean, but all he did was Army of the Dead, right? Because he was supposed to do another one, right?
If
I remember correctly.
The one where they robbed where they went to Vegas.
Okay. That was the Vegas one, but wasn't they supposed to do like another one? Didn't they maybe they did do a prequel or something with a girl?
I think they were supposed to do a cartoon. Did they do the cartoon? Let me see. Because it was supposed to be he was supposed to have 3 Army of the Dead titles. I know it's supposed to be Army of the Dead, and then the Vegas one, and I think the cartoon one.
But to me, those are more so like sequels. When I say a universe, I'm saying like, you know, Batman, Superman, like these are like different stories that are like kind of connected.
Those are interconnected universes.
Yeah. So it's like if I'm James Gunn, I signed on thinking I'm finna go to work. Like, y'all just gave me the reins to like really build this out, and now his contract is up spring of 2027. I do think they keep him, but are they gonna still let him do, what I came in here for? Which is I want to make Superman, I want to make Wonder Woman, I want to make this interconnected universe. I hope he has the ability to do that. Even though I don't like him, I do believe he should have a chance to, see what he could put together. Or does that just not align with Netflix? I don't know.
My thing is, I don't know if Netflix know. I think Netflix is in the process of trying to figure out what's next for them.
Yeah.
At the same time, you know what I'm saying? Because for the longest they was like, oh, we don't want a studio. We don't want a studio. We got what we're doing works, yada yada yada. Then they go and they buy Warner Brothers out of the blue. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody was looking for Netflix to buy Warner Brothers. That was always like, oh, well, Netflix could, but nobody actually thought that would happen.
Right.
And then they just did it. Boom. Hey, Netflix, come on. Come on, Warner Brothers, come on over here. So I think that because you buy Warner Brothers, you now have all these IPs that you necessarily, you don't have to do nothing with it because you own it and you ain't gonna be losing no money if you don't do nothing with it. But why not make money with it? That's why the whole thing also of the rumor of they only want to do 17-day theatrical release. I'm like, that would be the dumbest shit in the world. I just spent all this money on Warner Brothers. Why would I not make money off of Warner Brothers? You know what I'm saying?
Because they don't care. They don't care about it.
I just think that's dumb. I mean, whether or not they care, I just think financially, if I'm a shareholder or whatever, I'm be like, hold on, man, we got free money over here, and y'all just.
Because look what they did with Stranger Things. Wasn't the budget like $400 million? Like, they didn't care about making money off of that. It's crazy. They don't care.
If you notice when they released the finale for Stranger Things, when they did it in the theaters, whatever money the movie theaters made, Netflix let them keep it. They didn't take anything from that. They let the theaters keep that. And I'm sure they love that because it's probably been years since theaters have ever been able to make money like that. Because most of the money that they make is off of concessions anyway. But for them to keep all of that money from 2 days, because they had it in there for 2 days, and I think they said they made about $25 million. That's a lot of money. So they were able to keep all of that. Netflix did not take a dime of it because they said we're gonna make them more money on the back end anyway from the ratings.
No, that's. So to me, the streaming model works against you. Netflix, when Netflix was the only game in town, it was fine. They're not the only game in town no more, right?
Oh nah.
And the streaming model is a finite situation. I can only if however many people in the world, that's as much as I can get. It don't get no better than that, right? And then everybody's sharing damn passwords anyway, so chop that off. With sending something to the theater, people can go and watch it 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and you actually can make money. And that's why I'm saying it would be dumb for them to not want to send things to the movie theater. Now, if it's a short window, fine, so be it. But to not want to send something to the movie theaters, I think would be dumb after you just acquire. Because you'll go, how much did they spend on WB?
Was it like 80, 90 billion?
80 something billion.
You think they're gonna make 80 billion up in streaming?
Yeah, they will. It may take some time, but they'll make it. They're gonna make it because they wouldn't have bought it if they didn't think they could recoup it. And I don't think they bought it to play play movie theater games.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Let's us three sit at the executive table right now, and we're sitting here and we're talking, and we're like, hey, all right, James Gunn's contract is up in the spring. Do we want to re-up him, give him an extra, I don't know what, $50 million for another 5 years, or do we let him walk? We have this big library, and then do we allow our pick of the mill directors to come in and do what they want? Like, do we care about having a connected universe, or do we care about just content? Maybe Coogler can do static. Maybe whoever can do Batman. You know what I'm saying? Those are the conversations I think they got to have, and to see if it's even beneficial to them to do a universe. Does it make sense? They might want Tyler Perry to do static.
Oh God, no.
Look, Tyler said I'll do it for $1 million.
I bet he would. I bet he would. I don't know. I know, you know, they used to say that Netflix was operating at a loss for the longest. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know. I just think the streaming model is, and this is the reason why I think it's dumb, because I see what you said, True. Six, you say, would you want $16 ticket or millions of 16 monthly subscribers? Do the math. I can get both, is what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? Because I can put Superman into the movie theaters and have him sit in the theaters for, you know, the 90-day window, the regular 90-day window. Maybe I get what did Superman just do? 600. So I get 600 million on Superman, right? Those subscribers that I had prior to putting Superman in the theaters, they still gonna be there.
Yeah.
They still gonna be there. So I'm gonna still be making that $16 a month subscription. Hell, it's actually more than that now, I think. But I'm gonna still be making that $16 a month monthly subscribers. The churn is still, people still gonna be coming in. So when Superman does come to Netflix after I just made my 600 million, I'll get another 10,000 people who sign up to watch Superman for that month. You know what I'm saying? So I'll get that money as well. Like, I just think doing both is where the money's at. You see what I'm saying? I think it's a win-win because I do both. And I'm gonna tell you this, Six, bootleg market is you want bootleggers. Bootleggers let you know whether you got a good movie or not. You want bootleggers. Bootleggers don't hurt the market as much as what people think they do.
Yeah,
they really don't.
Yeah, Tyler Perry thrived off of the bootleg market. I was in the business during that time frame. Like, that's really what kind of helped propel Tyler Perry a lot, man.
Yeah, the bootleg people have been bootlegging for the long. It don't necessarily hurt the market as much as you would think it is. That and a lot of people, realistically, a lot of people don't like stealing. A lot of people don't like stealing. A lot of people don't like stealing, so they're not gonna go to the bootleg man. And hell,
hey Pam.
Oh, Pam in the building. What's up, Pam? And a lot of people not gonna run the 1, 2, 3 movies to click through 100 ads and stuff.
I forgot about.
Yeah,
I forgot all about 1, 2, 3 movies.
They're not doing all of. They not Pirate Bay. Don't exist. No, like they not doing all of that, man. Those
sound so nostalgic now.
Yeah, these kids. These
like
kids wouldn't know how to. They don't know how to bootleg. They want it now. If it's not a clean, yeah, they don't. They don't want pop-ups and stuff, man. They be like, man, I ain't going to that site no more. They don't want no commercial. You know, sometimes you have to watch and then you got to watch the commercial before you go. They don't want all that. They'd rather just pay their little seat. They put it on their mama card or whatever card that they scammers anyway. So they get them a credit card.
I remember Final Destination 3. Final Destination 3 was like my first bootleg movie that I actually got myself, that I actually bought myself. And I was in New York visiting family, and I was on the train, and the bootleg man was on there. He had a black duffel bag, and I had wanted to see Final Destination 3 so bad, and it had just came out that weekend, but I wasn't able to see it because I was away. And he had it, and I went back to my grandmother's house, popped that thing in the DVD player, and watched it, and it was clear. It was a good copy.
Yeah. Bootleg, man. Those
were the days. Remember the days when you'd be in the barbershop and the bootleg man came on a Saturday. It's always a Saturday because I think that's when they knew people was off, and that's when they would get their most customers, and they would always come up in there with a black duffel bag. They had CDs, movies. At one time, I don't know how they got the VHSs, but they had those too. But hey, what a time to be alive.
But that's another thing too. I mean, how do you bootleg in today's? How do you get the bootleg to the people? Do you with the QR code? Like, scan the QR code?
I have no clue. That's,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
hey man, listen. There is somebody I follow on Twitter. Baby, they got them. You go in and they got a URL. You go in and download them.
Yeah.
Put it on your jump drive and keep it moving.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So you saying put it on a jump drive, right?
Or you download it, watch it on your computer.
Watch it on your computer. Yeah.
What I'm saying, if you want to watch it on your TV.
Because I mean, you know what they do, the jailbroke fire sticks and all that. I know.
Yeah.
I know it's still a thing. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's not that big of a thing because I don't even
not
like.
that
I
big.
don't. At my age, I want everything easy. I don't have time. Like you said, I ain't finna do them pop ups. I ain't got time for all that.
Oh,
I'd rather just pay for
download.
it.
How long is gonna take to download? I'm like,
Just pay for it.
I'm good. The quality ain't as good. Damn, you know what I'm saying? It's choppy. Remember, it used to be blocky sometimes, or you have the actual cam bootleg with the dude getting up, standing in the front, scratching his ass, drinking the soda, moving up the way. It's like, come on, brother.
Or when people have to walk, they would be walking in front of the screen,
or the cam gets shifted. Now it's
tilted. And it's tilted to the side. It's not like lined up with the screen anymore. Them were the days.
Oh, so when I was overseas, they had the 4-in-1 DVD, right? Bootleg, number of bootlegs, sometimes up to 10 movies on a DVD, man. Those was the day. Those was the day.
And also too, like, if you knew you was dealing with a bad bootlegger, because if you sat anywhere except in the back in the middle, then you was not a good Who's recording from the side?
Oh, they gotta get it. If that was the only way they can get it to where wasn't nobody gonna be able to see them.
And see, that was back in the day when you didn't have assigned seating at the movie theater, so you had to. It was a first come first serve, so you had to get. If you wanted a good seat, you had to get there early.
Yeah.
Especially if it was a brand new movie that people wanted to see, you had to get there real early.
Go there early. Hopefully you can get like a theater with only 6 people in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Get in there early. First viewing, record that joint and get up out of there, head home.
Chill said those days are gone like Blade.
Yeah, they gone too. Get right about that.
Hey man, it's the Oscar curse. When black people get Oscars, bro, we go downhill, bro. Mahershala Ali, what has Mahershala Ali done since he won his Oscar besides Jurassic Park?
He did
yeah, that's right.
He did leave the world. He did leave the world behind.
Yeah, leave the world behind.
And what else? Netflix. What else?
He signed to Marvel, so they ain't let him do nothing. That's what
you can still do other movies just because you got a contract with Marvel. Yes, you can.
Why you don't play that, man?
Bro, yes, you can. We're sitting here watching actors.
You know what's
do
so
multiple movies with Marvel.
It's crazy that I literally had to go type in Mahershala Ali. And you know how, like, when you type it in, it has their movies, it has the poster, the name of the movie, and the year. They have Blade up here as the poster, Blade, but no date, no year underneath it. It's just there.
They done scratched his face off too.
It just says Blade. It's a black poster with the word Blade going with Marvel Studios logo above it. Like, that's it. But the last movie he did, of course, was Jurassic World Rebirth. That's the most recent movie he did.
And when did he win his Oscar? What year was that?
He won 2. Well, he won 2 of them. Because he won for Moonlight back in 2016.
What was the other
and then
one?
he won the Green Book in 2018.
Okay, 20. So we almost 10 years. This man done.
But
2
also,
movies.
you know what his upcoming movie is? Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
he's doing voiceover work for that.
He did voice work in that.
He's doing voice work for the third one too.
Yeah,
because is he the uncle?
Yeah, he's playing Prowler.
Yeah, he plays the Prowler.
Oh, so yeah, man, that's crazy. You got 2-3 movies in 10 years. That's crazy.
I don't know. Denzel went on the run after he won his Oscar. He started doing some movies that he shouldn't have did.
Denzel was kind of already on a run though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Denzel was already kind of like, he had his foot in the door. Like,
yeah, Denzel was already,
he upped his clip though. He did like Man on Fire. He did the one with him and Sanaa Lathan. What was that?
I just watched that movie too. I know what movie you're talking about.
He did that. He did Out of Time. He did Mark Wahlberg movie. Shit, did he do what? Manchurian Candidate was after Training Day?
Was
like
it?
He went on like a run.
I love Manchurian Candidate.
So
I didn't like Manchurian Candidate.
I liked it.
It was slow.
You in the military, maybe that's why. I like it.
Also, he did Antoine Fisher. That was after he won his Oscar. That was actually right after he won his Oscar, if you want to be honest. Now that is the movie he should have been nominated for and won.
No,
if you want to be, but you know, we know why.
Six said we disrespected him. No, I'm talking about just like movies. I know he's done like TV shows, but you would think, because you get your Oscar for movies. When white people get Oscars, they take off.
Yeah, they continue.
Lupita even talked about that. She got her Oscar, and why is Lupita not on a Zendaya run? It's crazy.
Also think about it, think about the black actors who have won Oscars that for movies that we don't think that they should have won for. Like Denzel winning for Training Day was absolutely insane. Halle Berry winning for Monsters Ball.
Once again, another one. Halle Berry had trouble getting work after she won that Oscar. That's why she had to do X-Men and Catwoman. Same thing.
Even with Cuba Gooding Jr. Even with Cuba Gooding Jr. And you know what's so funny about that? I think I had read a story somewhere where Angela Bassett had a conversation with Halle Berry telling her not to take that role, and she took it anyway. Monsters Ball. Oh, she had told her because I think she was offered the role and she turned it down, and then she found out Halle Berry was offered and she said don't take it because she had already read the script. She's like, please do not take this role, and Halle took it. I mean, she probably just at that time Halle was really on top of things. She had just came off of Dorothy Dandridge, where she was phenomenal, and you know she got a lot of
I did not know that what you call it did Dorothy Dandridge. Who was just talking the other day, Tina?
Who?
No, Grey's Anatomy. Old girl from the one who created Shonda Rhimes.
Bro, I've been telling you about Shonda, man.
Yeah, I didn't know she did Dorothy Dandridge.
She be working. I'm telling you, when you and your wife need to sit down and watch Gilded Age too. She didn't do that. Other girl did that.
We watched some of that. Yeah,
Cuba Gooding Jr. should have been nominated for Men of Honor. Did you see that movie? Yeah. That was a good movie. Him and Robert De Niro.
Yeah,
they both should have got Oscar nominations for that. But instead, what did he get it for? Jerry Maguire. Which I always thought was an odd Oscar win anyway.
Yeah,
I thought that was a weird Oscar win.
That was a weird.
Yeah,
you're right about that. What was that?
Even though I'm not,
What year was that? 94,
96.
96.
Even though I wasn't a big fan of The Color Purple, Whoopi Goldberg didn't win for that, but she won for Ghost.
I could see her winning for Ghost though. She did.
Ghost was a good movie. I will give it that. Ghost was a good movie. And she did give one of the most iconic lines ever. Molly, you in danger, girl.
Yeah, she should have. They should have. Quite a few people should have won for Color Purple. Man, they. No matter how traumatic that freaking movie is, they put on some performances in that movie for sure.
Stamina gave another one, Hidden Figures. Taraji P. Henson should have definitely been nominated for that.
Yeah.
They nominated her for...
that was hands down probably her best performance of her career.
Yeah.
Movie-wise. Outside of Benjamin Button. She was nominated for that, but she didn't win. But she should have been nominated for Hidden Figures.
Yeah, she was great in Hidden Figures.
Especially that scene where she went off on them about that coffee pot. That scene right there, that was the scene. That's what they should have submitted.
Yeah.
That was the scene right there they should have submitted.
Yeah.
Meryl Streep won that year, I'm pretty sure.
Oh God.
That's my girl too.
That was always a running gag. They said if Meryl Streep is nominated, don't even bother showing up. You're not gonna win. Like that was always a running gag for years because they was like, oh God, Meryl is in there. And it was always a thing that if you beat Meryl, then that means you really have arrived. That means they really loved you.
She would be nominated damn near every year. It's like, damn, girl.
Yeah, it's like, oh God, here comes Meryl Streep again. That was always the running thing. For years, Meryl Streep was always nominated for something.
She'd be nominated for best actress and best supporting actress in the same movie. Like,
exactly. I think they said Meryl Streep is has been nominated the most times, like the most nominated actress, like for Oscars. And I think she has like about 3 of them, maybe 4. Now I will say some people that got one, like remember the year that Jamie Foxx was nominated for Ray and he won, but he was also nominated for Collateral in the same year for supporting actor. He did good in that too. Honestly, he could have won both, but they wasn't about to let that happen. They said we only gonna give him one.
Yeah.
He won a Grammy that year too. Grammy, I think he almost got the EGOT.
Yeah.
Off of that 1 year alone, if I remember correctly. But nah, Jamie Foxx came in and killed. He went on a little run too for a minute.
Yeah, he did. Like that 05-ish, somewhere around that region.
He must have got a good agent.
He had a
must
good
hired
agent.
old
He had a
agent
very
and
good
got a
agent.
better agent or something.
Yeah, Jamie went on. Have y'all talked about Damson yet? The new rumors. How y'all feel about that?
About him
Still the same.
being T'Challa.
Yeah, still the same for me.
Okay.
Yeah, we was talking about that on Pantheon last night. I think was it Pantheon last
Yeah,
night?
y'all was on that.
Yeah.
You don't even know where he was at last night. Yeah, you was on.
Yeah, see what it was I was on another live before I got on Pantheon, and we was talking about different things too. So I had to make sure I didn't get them too mixed up.
But yeah, now that didn't change my thought process. If you come in, cool. If you don't, cool. You know, like okay. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's what they said it was at? Supposed to be filming.
Supposed to be filming. Supposed to.
What
Look,
studio it was?
This is coming from Geeky Cast. I know, Chad. I just yeah.
It didn't. I haven't really spoken on it because it was. I don't think it's a big deal to really even put too much credence in it. You know what I'm saying? Because we kind of are already leaning that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We just waiting on the button to be pushed for confirmation.
Yeah.
To me, it ain't really too much to really even talk about when it comes to that.
If they bring him in as a variant, right? Let's say he's a variant T'Challa. Man, I know they're just going to deviate so much from the comics. How does this work? How do we keep variants? Because I haven't read Secret Wars in so long. I know they kept Miles Morales and all of that. How does that work in theory? What does it look like in practice in keeping him after Secret Wars? Because this isn't something like everybody loses their memory and some people still have their memory and Franklin resets it.
Yeah, right. When it was reset, if I remember correctly, Miles was one of the ones who was chosen to stay. And he basically just got written into the world. So everybody, you know, the parents and everything knew who he was. He kind of just took over the Miles that was there, I would say, you know what I'm saying? So
right.
I guess you can do it like that. It's a fictional story, you know. I don't think the audience would care if they try to do, because it's rewriting everything, right? If it's Battle World happens, they defeat Doom, Franklin rewrites the world or whatever, and that's it. We move on to the next thing. I think it's kind of simple, you know. I think.
And he rewrites the world. There's a Wakanda there. Damson is there as T'Challa. Shuri.
Yep. Thing is, looking at Damson and looking at Shuri, now I'm looking at Shuri as like the big sister.
Exactly.
Right.
Look, that has always been my thing. He is a baby boy.
Yeah, because Letitia is older than him, right?
I don't think so. They're right there together. I think he's older, but he just plays so young. I'm interested to see how he plays. Well, Miles Davis is going to be young when he play him, but he just plays so young to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's older than, he got her by 2 years.
Yeah,
he's
they're
34. He's 34 and she's 32.
Okay. She just I don't know, just comes off as the bigger sister, even though he might have her about 2 years. Is that trying to think, would that be a big enough gap to even have that big brother?
I think it's fictional. It doesn't matter like in reality, but like you said, they play so close together. Like they look very close in range.
See, when Chadwick was alive and he was playing T'Challa, you can clearly tell there was an age difference there. You can see the maturity on Chadwick, and you can see the youthful playfulness and cuteness on her.
Yeah.
Right.
And the thing about it is, you gotta think, she's 32 now, which means she was in her 20s playing someone who was
16.
supposed to be a teenager.
We could do that.
But she pulled it off well because she had such a youthful look to her.
Look, we could do that.
Well, that is very true. They say, you know, your black don't crack as long as you ain't smoking it. And remember, that's what Whitney said. Crack is whack.
Yeah.
God bless that woman. God bless that woman.
So
I always said I like Whitney in all her forms, whether she was sober or high. But I'll be honest, Remember years ago on the BET Awards when she came out and skipping, she hyped up that dress and she was skipping across the stage.
Nah, I do miss Whitney, man. That's a tragic story. I don't even kind of like
it is,
but you know, I do miss Whitney. Whitney was dope. She was dope, and she's needed right now. She's really needed. She really. Needed.
Oh yeah, the music game definitely misses her voice.
What you was about to say, Tina?
I'm still, because I haven't read that freaking Secret Wars comics in so long. I'm trying to remember. I guess we'll see, child. I'm just trying to see how they do
look,
this.
If you trying to think that they're gonna look at the comics and then give you,
I know they not.
You know they
you're gonna be disappointed. You're gonna be disappointed.
Yeah,
so
like,
don't even try.
Look, y'all know I'm the queen of they don't follow comic accuracy, but I'm still just trying to like envision it in practice on how there's a new Wakanda created, and then we have the variant come in. And
honestly, I don't even know if they do that. I really don't know if they do that.
Because, yeah, man, I don't know.
I really don't. I think you get a, not this variant would be like a T'Challa from the past. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like right before he passed or something like that. He's not necessarily from a different universe. If you get what I'm saying, maybe this is T'Challa right before he passed. She actually does cure him. You know what I'm saying? Brings him back. Hell, incursions is happening anyway. I might as well go get my brother and try to bring him back and see if I can fix him. You know what I'm saying? So,
but that's more time travel than we're doing multiverse, not necessarily.
What's the difference? Tell me the difference.
There is a difference.
It is, but they not letting like that.
There is a difference between being in a different universe and going in the past.
Because the thing is, think about Loki. All Loki did was just jump to the past, right? That's all he did. And then they plucked him out the timeline and said they didn't stop. Because the thing is, when you do that, they're supposed to prune that timeline. That timeline was never pruned. They didn't prune when Loki took
They did prune it.
Did they? I might have to go.
When B-15, when B-15 snatched him up, she dropped down the little bombs and she said something like prune it or something. They got rid of that timeline and they took his butt to the TVA.
But that is, but you see what you just said, that timeline. It's not a universe, it's a timeline.
Yeah, that was a timeline.
That's a timeline. There's only 2 universes. There is,
there's quite a bit.
Look at Loki, because remember how Loki, what was the last season how it started? He had this cluster of a universe over here, cluster of universe. Mm-hmm. Those are the only 2 universes that we
the God of stories.
Yeah, well, Loki was only dealing with timelines. I think we were all in the same universe with Loki. Loki was still in timelines. We get to universe hopping in Multiverse of Madness or the Marvels and stuff like that.
There you go.
And they still don't know, and we still don't know where America Chavez is.
They say she ain't coming back.
That's crazy.
I'm like, you got the person that is literally there to help guide you through the multiverse, your saga, and you don't utilize her outside of one movie.
Nope.
No. How will the Wakandas merge? Nova saying the 2 Wakandas will merge. How?
He said his Wakanda will merge with MCU's Wakanda, and we will be a new T'Challa, but he will be Toussaint in the new rebooted MCU. Wait, what?
I guess if we're having an incursion,
he'll be our new T'Challa, but he will all. How are you gonna be Toussaint?
And a lot going on. Hopefully, they figure it out.
That's a lot. He's gonna be 2 for 1. I don't. I'm gonna tell you this. I think. Well, I don't know because it's Coogler. But I was gonna say, if they doing something like that, Nova, Toussaint would have to be regulated to nothing. Like he would have to be a casualty. And I'm not saying that to be funny, but he would serve no to me, he would serve no purpose anymore. You see what I'm saying?
He gonna go and hang out with Richard Rich.
Yeah, I think you have to kind of like
his name?
You have to kind of get rid of Toussaint if we go in that route.
What'd you say, Tina? We would have to keep him?
Yeah, no, I said I think you would maybe have to get rid of him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you bringing in a new T'Challa, you got to get rid of the old.
So now then people gonna be like, no, you out there killing kids.
Look, I am I'm the loudest person with don't kill the kids now. I'm not with killing the kids,
Hey,
but
listen,
I'm like,
faking the funk. They can only do
Tina,
one.
what you think they're gonna do with Franklin Richards?
what you mean? What they gonna do with him?
the thing is, what can they do with him? Because he's like seriously OP.
Yeah.
Could you imagine having that type of power though?
Yeah.
But he's a kid, so we getting kid Franklin. We're not getting like teenage Franklin who knows his powers and stuff like that.
Kid Franklin is just as unstable.
Yeah, because he was like a kid in Secret Wars, right? He was like 7, 8, 9.
Franklin.
Yeah, he was like 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. And Franklin, I'm gonna tell you, Franklin's not the smartest kid. his sister got all the brains. He's you know what I'm saying.
He just has all the power.
The power,
he got all the power, whatever. But I would like to see more, because the rumor that I talked about yesterday when it comes to Doomsday was this Doom. They just took Kang's story and gave it to Doom.
Of course, is what it sounds
like.
like.
Doom is supposedly from the year 3100 or whatever. His family consists of, he's married to Sue Von Doom. I don't know if that's Sue Storm, but he's married to and his child's name is Franklin. Supposedly what Captain America did messed up and caused an incursion that killed his family. Now he's out for revenge. And I'm like, Doom ain't no revenge.
How the hell does it kill his family and not him?
That's what I'm still the same way. But what made me say maybe it's a little bit of validation to that is when he shows up at the end of Fantastic Four and he's with Frank, like, why is he, I always wonder, like, so pedophile dude, why he with Franklin? Like, why is he in, you know what I'm saying? But that would actually make a little bit more sense. You know what I'm saying? Because he sees
because Franklin's powers are like absolutely insane. I mean, think about it. Galactus wanted him just so he could rest.
Yeah, well, he actually ends up taking Galactus ends up being his hero. You know what I'm saying? That's how strong he is. But this Dr. Doom, I don't know how they do this. But I do think we'll get an Avengers versus X-Men situation. That's what I do think. I think this whole movie is going to be Avengers versus X-Men.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be a good
10
minutes and we're moving on.
If they would have just kept it, as Kang Dynasty, we wouldn't be in this mess.
This is what I mean, Tina. Meaning that X-Men versus Avengers is like the lingering background story, right? That's gonna come to a head. It's gonna be a catalyst that's gonna shake things up for whatever's coming next in Battle World.
I don't think so, because, well, let's just say this: if we're following the rumors, Shuri, Beast, and Reed are gonna be the ones tracking the incursion. So my theory is whatever happens, they go into the X-Men universe to get Monica. Whatever is going on, I think there's gonna be a little tussle, and after that, they're gonna realize, oh, we done been set up. Now we got to all solve the problem, and I don't think it's gonna be that long of a conflict.
No, it ain't. I think the X-Men die. I think Doom kills them.
Nah, because how is Beast working with Shuri?
I think that's part of. I think that teaser that we saw with Cyclops and all of them and all of that. I think that's the end of. I think that's it. We got to move past this Fox X-Men. What better way to go out the way that, you know what I'm saying, with a bang? I think that's it.
We're moving past it. He said we are over it. We are trying to move on. We are trying to move forward. I do think
Beast could survive. Beast might not necessarily be at that point, but I think Beast gets caught up in something that where he has to, him or Monica Rambeau, him and Binary is holding down the fort as they come get Monica Rambeau. Boom, we don't.
And everybody else get taken out. Okay.
Yeah, everybody. That's what I believe.
But I would like to see them actually show Monica's powers in its totality. As I know, for them, that's like that's asking for a lot. But I would like them to actually show Monica's powers like in its totality, or as much as they can, because she's another OP person. I mean, they only touched on it a little bit in the Marvels when she was able to close 2 different realities. I mean, she ended up on the other side in another universe. but she was able to close another one to avoid that main universe coming over. But now she got stuck.
Which
that
is
other
crazy
side.
because she would have been fast enough to get up out of there.
Exactly. That when I was looking at that, I was like, she had enough time. She could have got out, but she chose to stay. She chose to stay there.
They nerf a lot of characters. Like America Chavez is an OP character. She OP.
Yeah.
She if you ever read the Ultimates, which is Black Panther, America Chavez, Captain Marvel, who am I missing? Oh, Blue Marvel. That formed the group, the Ultimates, and they end up changing Galactus from a world eater to like a world maker. It was a dope ass story. But I say that, Kara. I say Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel was no, it wasn't even Captain Marvel. It was Monica Rambeau watching America Chavez like put in work and how fast she was moving. Now, not Captain Marvel. I keep calling Captain Marvel. She was Captain Marvel at one point in time, but
yeah,
Monica Rambeau is probably one of the fastest Avengers because she turns into light.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? She said that she couldn't even keep up with how fast America Chavez was. So I was like that, but you know, how they gonna show some shit like that? I just don't. They didn't have to nerf it to where all she does is punch holes and you know what I'm saying? Like they didn't have to do that. They could at least made her. They made her a MacGuffin too, like her.
Yeah. She was.
Like, they didn't have to make them MacGuffins, or if they were gonna make them MacGuffins, make them dope ass MacGuffin. Now she off learning magic. Well, she don't need
Yeah, man, this movie, I'm interested. I'm like, what are they gonna do? How are they gonna pull all this off? Like, this is gonna be crazy. But yeah, I think you go ahead and clean the X-Men up pretty quick. Let's get them up out of here.
Clean them up. Clean up on aisle X, aisle 10. Clean them up. Get them up out of there.
Right.
But after Secret Wars, there's still a multiverse, right? After the comics, there's still a multiverse. So that's where you run back into the issues of, do you send everybody back to where they came from? Like if there are X-Men that live?
No.
Because they can't stay. We gotta reintroduce them.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. I think when you reset everything, it's like a flash of white light and nobody remembers anything. We just, you know what I'm saying, keep it moving like nothing happened. That's what I think they should do. We don't need no extra baggage. I don't need Beast. What who's playing Beast? What's his name?
Kelsey Grammer.
I don't need Kelsey Grammer showing up.
But also Nicholas Hoult, he played him in the later versions.
Yeah.
But he's Lex Luthor now, so he's definitely not coming back to that.
Yeah.
Like I don't need none of that. I just need brand new, boom, we starting over, soft reboot, and everything that happened back then is because that's kind of what happened with when they did put when Franklin and Molecule Man put everything back together. That's kind of what happened. You know what I'm saying? It just
it's just so hard, like trying to visualize how they're about to do that, because if I remember, a lot of people kind of forgot, and so they were able to reset. But how the heck, y'all? They talking about doing sequels to Doctor Strange, sequels to Thor, so it's like
doing right. And I feel where you're coming from. I can do a sequel, but kind of on some, just like, remember we were just talking about X-Men First Class. I can X-Men First Class this thing.
They ain't gonna do that, man.
I can X-Men First Class.
They ain't gonna do that. This is crazy.
But I can do it because
that's not a sequel. We rebooting. They talking about doing sequels. Like Chris Hemsworth is coming back. Shit, that's a sequel.
Well, Tina, look, man.
Benedict Cumberbatch is coming back.
I told you that they messed up from instead of them cutting their losses, they went all chips in on this multiverse stuff. It's gonna be hard to get up out that corner that they painted themselves into, especially with what you talk about. Doing sequels and stuff. Is it a soft reboot?
Look, Fantastic Four coming back. Like everybody coming back.
I do think that as far as the actors and stuff like that, that's who comes back. But I don't think they come back as that iteration of Fantastic Four, that iteration of Doctor Strange. You get what I'm saying?
Bruh, that's crazy.
It is, but that's the only way it works.
That is in freaking sane because it's kind of like, all right, we just saw the Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four Part 2 is a whole new iteration of the Fantastic Four. This not the people y'all just saw. This a whole new story. There's a new Doctor Doom. Like this is man.
Chill in the chat trolling. He
I'm
said
about like
X-Men
look,
second
Blue.
class, they better have a white lead.
I'm about like you. Let's just do the X-Men. Y'all, let's just put everybody because
right, like just
the
keep
more
it simple,
I think
like you don't
about
have
this,
to reboot
it just starts to just sound so convoluted.
I told you it's gonna be hard to get to this next. After this, it's gonna be hard to get to whatever we going to. It's gonna be hard because one thing, the groundwork that the groundwork that they have to do for Doomsday and Secret Wars is a lot. That's already gonna be a lot. Then you saying, hey, we rebooting. Now, Tina, with what you saying, maybe they don't reboot. Maybe they ain't no reboot.
I've always said it wasn't gonna be. The only people getting rebooted is the X-Men.
Maybe it won't be a reboot.
It's
maybe
not.
like you said, but then again, okay, so we send the X-Men, we send everybody back to their respective universes or whatever. Where the hell the X-Men been at this whole damn time? See, now you're running into another canonical issue.
Listen, I'm telling you, it seems like ever since God rest his soul, ever since Chadwick passed away, the whole MCU has been in a multiverse of madness. I don't think it was just a movie. I think that they was trying to tell us something. They was saying this is what the MCU as a whole right now is. I mean, Phase 4 was the beginning of a huge downfall for them, and they have not recovered. That's the thing; they have not recovered from this. They are still trying to claw their way back into the good graces of the place they used to be at.
They didn't just continue with what they had going. If they just would have said, we're still going to stick with Spider-Man and Captain Marvel as the face of the franchise of the future, it probably would have worked out a little bit better, right? Because it was supposed to be T'Challa, Spider-Man, Captain Marvel as leading the charge going into the future.
Can you imagine how much stuff was on that cutting room floor or stuff that they passed on that was probably good ideas and we ended up with what we got?
Bro, they had no ideas.
Yeah, they ain't had no ideas.
They ain't had no ideas. They was out here winging it, man.
So they was throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks.
Obviously.
I told y'all what happened. When Feige did that coup, this was around the same time that Chad passed. When he did that coup and he got the creative, I forgot what they called themselves. But he got them up out of there, and then he went and hired the Parliament or whatever the hell he called them now. And they ain't nothing but a bunch of yes men. And he went and got some dumbass creators who don't care about the product. They just was happy to be there, smiling and shit. That's what happened. So no, you didn't have a cohesive unit. You didn't have nobody storyboarding and writing Bibles and coming up with dopes. You know what I'm saying? Like, think of the talent he had during the Infinity Saga.
Blue, I think he had people doing that. I just think he didn't. It seemed like he had too much on his plate, but I don't give him a pass for that because that's part of leadership. But just talking to the people that I know, like they had ideas, they had Bibles, they had like concepts of where we're finna go. It just seems like it was. It's crazy. It is crazy.
I'm telling you, people like, why you be talking about Feige like that? I'm like, because y'all just don't see what I see. Like when you up in that spot, you delegate certain people to handle these things. Because they're like you just said, oh, he had a lot on his plate. Oh, they didn't give him a lot. They was trying to say at the time he didn't have no power, yada yada yada.
Right.
And I'm like, that's some bullshit. Oh, they wanted him to put out a lot of content. You can do content and have good quality. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like doing a lot of content does not mean that your quality is bad. If I got to do 10 for the year, right? That doesn't necessarily mean that 6 to 7 of them can't be good. I should be shooting at least 60 to 70%.
Right.
From the free throw line, right? At least. I could at least do that.
They got a long way to go before they can get back to their glory days, if they can get back to it.
You can get back to your glory days if you just plan it out and just stick with it. Don't panic. and
You
just
know what it is?
just do what you got to do.
You know what it is?
Y'all are all watching like House of the Dragon, right? We all watch season 2 wasn't that great.
Nope.
They ain't finna blow it up. We just gotta push through. We just gotta keep going.
We know that season 2 was nothing more than a filler season anyway to lead us to what season 3 is supposed to and hopefully be.
Yeah.
But also too, what it is, I think it is, Marvel has not had any real competition. Like they've been out here pretty much on their own, doing their own thing. I think if they had the solid competition with DC, who we know is their direct competitor, or supposed to be, that would actually force them to be on their A game at all times, because they don't want. The goal is to not lose.
And that's why I push DC too. I like competition. I want, cell phones got whack after all the cell phone competitors either got bought out and left. You know what I'm saying? Like now you only got iPhone, Samsung. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you have competition, you get that innovation. People got to go to the drawing board, look over across the street, and see what the left Twix is doing. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to do stuff. Like if you don't have that competition, then I can just sit here and give y'all whatever, because who gonna stop me, boo? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, if Warner Brothers can get DC to really pop and make some noise over there, they actually got to look across the street and see what's going on, and make good.
Well, they kind of got to look across the street now, because I don't know if you've been hearing about. You probably have. Some of the Marvel actors are going over to DC. I mean, Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
They allegedly Sebastian Stan.
I mean, they should. Get y'all know me. Get your money. Go hit them all up. I want to see. Go to Game of Thrones next. Go everywhere.
Yep.
Cornelius says there won't be longevity with these actors. If you don't know anything by looking at Kevin Feige, the man don't like to recast people.
Yeah.
He don't like to recast. He just don't.
He signed them to Death Row 360 deals. They ain't going nowhere.
There you go.
He does not like to recast people. T'Challa hasn't been recast. We're gonna say old boy from Cap 4 was recast. What's the general name? General Ross.
Okay,
we give him a pass. He didn't want to recast T'Challa. They didn't want to recast Kang. They didn't want to recast Elijah Bradley. He's not gonna recast Tony Stark. He's not gonna recast Captain America. Bruh, no. He's not.
But I think that's gonna hurt him in the end.
He recast but I think this is because it was early on. This was before the MC was a thing. He recast Terrence Howard.
But he didn't. Did he recast Terrence Howard? Was he running it back then?
He didn't get. I think he left more so than got recast.
Yeah.
I think.
Was Feige running it back then though? Was he?
Yeah.
He was.
He was.
Okay.
It just wasn't called the MCU then.
Nah.
Okay.
That was under Paramount at that time. Disney didn't show up until was it Avengers?
Stamina said Thunderbolt Ross and Cassie, bruh. That he don't care about them.
Yeah, Thunderbolt Ross and Cassie Lang.
Yeah. There's no pressure recasting Cassie or Thunderbolt Ross. There's pressure having to recast Kang.
Mm-hmm.
Pressure recasting T'Challa. Pressure recasting Tony Stark. I don't think he's gonna recast Steve Rogers or Tony Stark. I don't think he wants to have to deal with if it don't work. I
look at that as weakness.
Yeah.
That's bad leadership.
In fear.
If you know you got good product, it shouldn't. If you know you got good product and you know you can go and get good actors, then what's the deal? What's the hold up? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, what's the hold up?
Because once again, why did y'all not recast Elijah Bradley and just keep it? Y'all literally wrote him out of the story. Y'all went through all that work to write him out of the story versus just going to find. We got a ton of young black men actors. If you felt like he was problematic, go get somebody else. Y'all rewrote the whole damn story.
Yep.
They don't like to recast people.
Let the rain say his contract. I heard about Feige leaving around 2027. I marked it. I put it in my calendar.
Oh, I got to ask, were you going to throw a parade?
What?
you said you're going to put it in your calendar.
Man,
so I guess that's a yes to my question.
He ain't going nowhere. He's going to see X-Men through.
Kevin Feige said Kevin Feige not going to get recasted.
Nah. He'll leave after X-Men. After he completes his X-Men saga, I think he's gone. But he's not. We don't have a successor.
Yeah, because they normally do that like about a year or two outside of whatever that extension date is. But
yeah, we don't have a successor for him.
I would like for Feige to leave. Feige to me is now at the point like Mike Tomlin. I want Mike Tomlin to leave Pittsburgh, right? I do. Because he ain't Mike Tomlin is too good. The thing about Mike Tomlin is he gonna make it to the playoffs every year.
Yeah.
Every year. And he probably gonna get bounced first round, right? Be the win. Always had that winning record and not win nothing. Like, nah, man. It's bad on you and it's bad on the team.
Yeah.
Go leave. Go find some place you can win and let that team struggle their 2 years so they can get their draft picks and get their money up and so they can get back to being Pittsburgh Steelers. But right now, that's just like the Atlanta Hawks back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the worst place to be. A middle of the pack team. Nah.
Yeah.
Worse. But yeah, I think Feige is that, man. Did we lose Torian?
Yeah, Torian said he gotta go.
Oh, okay. Cool. But yeah, now Feige gotta go. Feige needs to go. He should put in the chat, hey, I'm leaving. Because Tina, everything you just said about the future of the MCU, the more because it's just in my head, and it's been in my head for the longest. But you saying that and saying it out, me hearing it from somebody else instead of just in my head. Yeah, they cook. They cook. And I don't think they got the creative talent. I know we like to get the Russos a lot, but the creative talent to take this ain't just a little hill that they gotta get. This might be Mount Kilimanjaro, Mount Fuji, Mount Everest that they gotta get over. Like, this is a large hurdle that they gotta climb to get to the next part, unless they just shut it all down and give us standalone movie.
Yeah, I think it can be done. I think they just need to recalibrate. Once they really need to be working on it now. And that's where they messed up at with Endgame.
Yeah.
By the time Endgame was coming out, y'all should have already known where y'all was going. So right now, instead of him being on the set with Doomsday and Secret Wars, y'all need to be working on what's coming out in 2028 and what does this next saga look like. That's leadership. You should be cool with letting the Russos do what they do, and you come in, you check in and out, but that should not be your main concern, because that's what happened. They were so focused on Infinity War and Endgame that when it ended, they threw their hats up, and next thing we know, no plan moving forward. We just we finna figure it out. Like, that's crazy to me.
It is crazy.
So it's like right now the plan is Black Panther 3, X-Men, maybe Fantastic Four 2.
Yeah.
Maybe Shang-Chi 2. Like,
and I think they leaned on Spider-Man a lot.
Yeah.
I think they leaned on Spider-Man a lot to bridge the gap for a lot of things. Yeah. But think about it too. What's their Ant-Man movie? Right? Because Ant-Man was always kind of the reset point.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And they don't have that right now. They don't have a
palate cleanser. We call that a palate cleanser.
Palate cleanser. They don't have that. So I don't.
That's what I would say if I'm in the meetings. Like, hey man, we need to be working on what we're gonna do moving forward. We have to not be scared to make low budget movies.
Yeah,
that should be fine. It should be okay to make a 60, 70, $80 million
movie,
rogue movie. We should be okay with that, because if it flops, cool. Or a Gambit movie. Right. Take chances. Don't stop spending $200-300 million on every movie unless it's an ensemble. And maybe that's why they're so focused on Midnight Suns. Because I think looking back, hey, our ensembles work. Maybe we should do Midnight Suns. The only ensemble that really didn't work was maybe the Marvels, but everything else, they made money off of it.
Yeah, I hate that the Marvels get a bad rap. I'm true, it was not the best movie, but they act like it was just some slop put together and given to the people. Rollouts matter to me. Rollouts matter. You know what I'm saying? The way that they rolled that movie out was atrocious.
Yeah,
and somebody should have been taken around the back and shot for the way that they rolled that movie out, because we coming straight off the pandemic. Nobody's going to the movie theaters. You say nope, we dropping. Everybody was like, push it back. Nope, we're gonna drop it. They dropped it. Nobody went to go see it because we still ain't going to the theaters yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How much would it have hurt for them to hold out a little while longer? You know what I mean? How much would it have? I don't think it would hurt. And to go back and maybe course correct some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just you know what I'm saying? Then they threw it on near the Costa.
Yeah.
I ain't like that. I ain't like that.
Six of True said y'all are spoiled. Y'all do remember the days when studios didn't let you know in advance what they had coming. The reason why this is a little different is because it's a connected universe.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only difference. If this was kind of like DC, like I don't think James Gunn had to necessarily announce a connected universe. They could have just been making films and let it be as it be. But when you're dealing with Marvel, when you're dealing with like the Game of Thrones universe, like that's how you kind of keep your people like interested and want to watch the IP. Me and Blue watch Interview with the Vampire. Like we already know it's a couple seasons lined up. So it's not just a Marvel thing. A lot of different projects do this. We just talking about Marvel today. And a lot of other people do it well. They just kind of stumbled.
Marvel did it well. Marvel just stumbled and they kind of just laid down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They kind of just been crawling away. But you're right. And I'm gonna tell you this too, Six. It's not that we were spoiled. We're conditioned.
Yeah, it's a conditioning thing.
We're conditioned. It's not that we're spoiled. We're conditioned to think that way because that's how they told us to think when it comes to this. If it was just a sequel, if it's just like Captain America 1 comes out, you know what I'm saying? I don't need to know what Captain America 2 is gonna be about. It's just gonna be the sequel. You know what I'm saying? If there is a sequel.
If it comes.
It comes, you know what I'm saying? But these movies aren't standalone one-off movies. They're connected. They got this adds up to that, yada yada yada. So here's what it is.
Yeah. Now they can do that. After Secret Wars, they can say, hey, we're not connected no more. We're just going to make creative stories and tell the best stories possible. They can do that.
They can do that. Maybe do some sequels, but no connections. You know what I'm saying? As far to the other movies, stuff like that could work. But that's what I'm saying. They're going to have to sit down long, and hopefully they're doing it now.
Yeah.
And talk amongst themselves because like I said, they painted themselves and they've been in this corner for a while. They painted themselves in this corner a long time ago, and they just couldn't see it. I saw them paint. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I saw them stroking that brush. Hey man, don't watch out. That's a corner. They went right on over into that corner. So,
and once again, this is not just a Marvel thing because y'all are saying like this isn't Marvel isn't the first like IP to have a cinematic universe and to announce that they're doing like sequels. They're just the biggest and the most successful with it. But I mean, we've had semi-universes in the past. You know, they not the first. Like maybe DC did it first, honestly. If we're looking at comic book movies.
Star Trek, maybe.
Yeah.
Like it's been some. It's been some. It's just the way it's treated. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they are real heavy on interconnective tissue. And it really, if you really think about it, it didn't start off like that. Like Iron Man was like, either it's gonna work or it's not. And then Hulk came out. I think Iron Man and Hulk came out around the same time. They threw Nick Fury in there. Then Nick Fury showed up in Iron Man 2. And that's when they started connecting all the dots. Captain America came out, you know, Thor showed up. So they started doing that and they was letting us know it became, because the thing is it's good marketing.
Yeah.
Right. Because we doing what we're doing right now. We get to talking about it. So it's good marketing. And at the end of the day, a lot of people say, oh, well, that's just y'all. No, because the general audience gonna come to us and ask us, hey, should I go see this movie? So
Six said, who and when Marvel started the phases rollout? I guess if we're talking about like structuring it that way, but like we said, there's been like other like sequels and universes in the past. Terminator, like this Matrix. Once again,
the Matrix might be probably a top one that's living in the universe because they did not just the sequels, they did like the video games was part of the universe. The animation.
Rush Hour. Friday. Like, come on, this ain't new. This been going on for a while. They just the biggest and best to do it.
Yep.
And if they don't want to have this level of pressure, they can change. You can always course correct. They don't have to go to Comic-Con this year. They don't have to tell us nothing. They could put out a press release and say, after Secret Wars, we're just going to make content. They tried that with Disney Plus. It didn't work. Just making content.
Yeah.
So
that's because of the way they rolled it out. Disney Plus had to have been one of the worst streaming rollouts, because it was like they rolled it out, had one of the dopest shows on there with Mandalorian, right? And nothing else. Like there was no other content on there.
Yeah.
I think, and I'm always say this, if you turn like the dope thing about Stranger Things with what just happened is they made it into an event to watch. You have to do that with streaming. That's why I say it's you can double dip. I do let's say I do this Avengers movie, right? Boom, I get all the money from it in the theaters. I now hold out. I don't go straight to Disney Plus. I make my money through the physicals and the digital sales. And then when it comes to streaming, I turn that into an event. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing the advertising on there, making it like must-see TV. Hell, I even got commercials running on regular TV saying, hey, because that's what they used to do back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Now come in the rental, and like you don't see none of that no more. But then again, and let me ask you this thing: you in marketing, right?
No, I'm not in marketing. I'm more finance, but I'm aware of marketing.
Because I looked at it like back in the day, right? And some people, or I would hear people say, "Oh no, putting people in a dedicated spot and running things for 24/7 makes more sense." But now when it comes to like ads, I don't think they know where to place ads to get certain people in, like kids, for instance. Yeah, I know we got like, okay, Disney Plus. Where do I place a kid's ad at on Disney Plus?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that one bounty ad is gonna run on every show. It's not just gonna run on the, you know what I'm saying, on a soap opera or whatever. It's gonna run on that kid show. So to target these people, I don't think they know where to target them or how to target them. So they just mass bomb ads that might not have nothing to do with anything. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think a lot of, I know when I was coming up, what got me to go see a lot of movies was to see that toy or to see that cartoon, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To build that rapport with that character. Are these kids getting, you know what I'm saying, rapport with these characters through those means?
No.
They're not. And I think that hurts them more than helps.
Yeah.
Saturday morning cartoons, which was 30-minute commercial, you know what I'm saying, for whatever that toy was. Not no more. So I think once they figure that out, and I think you'll have a premium streaming, but I also think in order to make money in streaming, ads is where it's at. So they're gonna have to put these ad tiers like it.
Yeah.
Shit. They might that, and that premium is really gonna be premium. It's gonna be a jump. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that ad tier won't be free. So you'll be paying for the ad tier, but that premium is gonna be premium, top tier stuff. That's how they're going. That's the only way I see them making extra money for being able to make to outlast this churn.
Yeah. We'll see. X-Men is the test. X-Men is the test. I hope. My hope for X-Men is that they are working on several X-Men projects. Like, do not put all your eggs in a basket on this new school X-Men that y'all better have X-Men. Y'all better be working on the Brotherhood of Mutants. Y'all should be working on a low budget Gambit movie. Like,
they not.
Y'all really need to, because what if y'all do the X-Men and it bombs and people don't like it?
Yeah.
What y'all do? Y'all gonna give up? No. All right, y'all ain't like that. We got a Brotherhood of Mutants coming. Let's see if y'all rock with that.
They not. We be trying to give them so much, man.
that just has like that's common sense. Like, come on, y'all. Do not rely on this X-Men movie that y'all have Jake Schreier doing.
I think they live day to day. I think they live day to day. I think they wake up, go to work, and leave it. Once they get off work, it's left at work. Tomorrow's a new day. I think that's how they operate over there. I really do. I don't think that it's a 6 month. I don't think it's a what's the word I'm thinking of? Basically, they don't have nothing down the line. That's all blank sheets of paper. And once we'll cross that bridge once we get there. That might be the motto. As soon as you walk in the Marvel Studios, you look up, it says, we'll cross that bridge once we get there. I think that's
obviously how they lived these past 2 phases. I mean, it's apparent, but they don't have to do that anymore now. This is why they don't like black women in corporate America, because I'd be like, y'all, Jake Schreier is really cool. What else are we working on? Besides Ryan, besides Fantastic Four Part 2, what else we got?
It's so many memos and emails out there just floating around because they just so they can remember what happened yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man, I don't give them that much when it comes to stuff like that. I just don't, because a lot of the mistakes that they made was so apparent that you was about to make this mistake, and they just ran into it. They didn't walk into it; they ran dead into that mistake. So I just don't give them that much, and I don't think that they learn from their mistakes. I don't.
And I love the X-Men. I want this to work. I hope they cast it well. I hope. I'm concerned about Jake Schreier. I am very concerned. I'm concerned.
6. I can't agree with you on this. X-Men is probably the most popular outside of like Batman, Spider-Man. It's X-Men. Like,
yeah.
Highest selling comic book ever was an X-Men comic book, and they still sell at a high clip. People care about the X-Men. They've always been in pop culture since they came out with the giant size X-Men. Jim Lee reinvented it with his gold team and blue team. X-Men is X-Men. They always gonna come out and do numbers. I don't have an issue thinking that X-Men. Look, I think Phoenix and Apocalypse was made money. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it made much, but I think those 2 films made money. So X-Men ain't fetch. X-Men is X-Men.
Stamina said Jake Schreier did solid work on Thunderbolts. My concern with Jake Schreier is I think they hired him because I think they liked the way that he handled the emotional side of the Thunderbolts, because you do have that with the X-Men. Problem is, you have to be prepared to tell that X-Men story. Like, you got to have a director and a writer who's going to tell the story. Y'all can't pit pat and tiptoe around the story. Tell the story. Tell the story. And Jake being a director, even though he's not a writer, I would hope that he's working with the writer.
I'm pretty sure he got final say on some things when it comes to the script, or he going in redlining some things because he knows what can be shot and what can't be. You know what I'm saying? They bring you a script, like, hey, man, we can't do this shit. This shit is not. What you talking about? We can't do it. So I'm pretty sure that happens.
I'm just scared. They scared to tell the story. Tell the story.
Now that's you. They don't want to tell these stories. They got to tell the story. I mean, shit, how do you do X-Men and not tell the story of
the same way we just watched Captain America 4 and they would not tell the story? The only reason X-Men 97 was able to do and for that story to kind of be told is because they let Bo do Bo. I don't think Kevin Feige really was checking in on him. I don't think Brad, and I think that's part of the reason maybe why Bo ain't there. Like, Bo was probably bucking back up at Brad Winderbaum, like, hey, just, I think because they did not really care about that project that much and that they really treated it as content, I think he was able to kind of have a lot of control and say so on it. And I think him being a Black gay man raised by white parents he was able to tell that story.
Yeah.
All of those things come out in that story because that's essentially like he checked off all of the X-Men boxes damn near.
He did.
Can Jake Schreier and this guy tell that story? I don't even want Storm in the I don't even want
You having a hard time with this X-Men. Huh?
How y'all feel about T'Challa is how I feel about X-Men. Like I really love the X-Men.
Me too. I love X-Men. I think you having an issue because you still got a little bit more faith in Marvel than I do. I just think until that leadership get up out of there, I'm like, I just sit back and watch the, as Kendrick say, watch the party die. I just sit back and watch the party die because that's what's happening right now, man. They gonna burn it all down by the time he leaves.
Stamina said directors can only work with what they have, hence Multiverse of Madness. Raimi is a solid, but Waldron is a buffoon. But I actually like Multiverse of Madness. I think we really felt that was a Sam Raimi movie. It felt like Sam Raimi. It looked like Sam Raimi. The writing,
Yeah.
But I think he did it. I think he did his job on there. Nova says, do y'all want Henry Cavill to come back and be Wolverine for the MCU? No.
I'm not mad at people saying no. I'm gonna say yeah because let Hugh Jackman go and be Robin Hood.
I want Hugh to go, but I don't know if I want Henry Cavill.
Let him go, man. Let that man get it. His debt to society has been paid. Let him go be something else. That's the only reason why I would say Henry Cavill is not. I don't think he would be a bad Wolverine.
I don't think he would be a bad one.
But I want like a brand new.
Yeah, he seems kind of like Hugh. I want a little different iteration on.
Right. I want something different. But
pull up 6's comment.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine if we had Bo in charge of X-Men movie?
That's why Bo mad because that was his next step. That's why my bro be crashing out.
Hey, you gotta play the long game, Bo. You gotta play the long game. You wasn't checking for the that's how I know they don't have the future on lock because he wasn't even checking for the future. Because if he was playing the long game, he would have sat on his hands as long as possible to get to that spot and then told everybody to kiss his ass.
Yeah. I think that still would have even been. I think that would have been controversial. I think.
Yeah, because he would have made it gay.
Well, not even making it gay. I think. I don't want to put Bo in the category as someone who's difficult to work with, but Bo is very he's very matter of fact about what he wants to do is what I'll say. And everybody can't deal with that.
And he would have made it gay. And ain't nothing wrong with that.
Wrong making it gay. Brian Singer made it gay. I told y'all X2 was kind of gay to me. It was a little gay.
Oh, you talking about the Iceman?
Yeah, a little gay.
I don't think that. No. Bo having Magneto. Come on now. That didn't happen in X2.
Yeah, I ain't saying all that. Bo,
I just think Bo would have, like you said, his writing, he really put a lot of himself into that story and everything like that. If he can contain himself to not put his all people put themselves into their writing. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But Bo did put himself into he was in the cartoon. He was actually in the cartoon. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know too many writers or who put
do it. Directors be in these movies. They make little cameos.
You absolutely right. But the way, you know what I'm saying? Like one of the Russos was in what was that? Endgame.
Yeah.
You know, I get it. But not like Bo was. Like it wasn't. I didn't even know that was the Russo until they really, made it a thing.
And he was gay.
That was Bo.
Look, and he was gay.
And he was gay. You're right, and he was gay. But Bo had like 3 scenes in the.
Bo didn't have 3 scenes. Don't do him like that. He did not. He did not have 3 scenes.
Holding on to the.
Don't do him like that. Most of these Marvel directors are pretty easy going. They're pretty malleable. Bo, you not. He not. He not. He not. They would eventually.
I'm gonna put all my family my work.
I ain't got look. I don't have nepotism. I love it. I'm not. Yeah. You want a part? You want a part? Come on, get in here. I ain't got no. I don't even know why people mad at him doing that. Is she a bad actress?
You just got to talk about Bo. Talking about Bo put himself in it, and you
know himself. I'm talking about nepotism. Nepotism ain't me put it. It's me putting my people in it.
Same
I ain't got no problem with nepotism. What would be what's the word? Soloism? I don't know. Whatever. I'm down with nepotism, but but I said I'm not mad at every writer takes a piece of themselves and try to, you know what I'm saying, write it from a certain perspective or put certain experiences that they've had, especially if they are subject matter experts in what's going on. I'm not mad at it. Fucking Coogler. He the main one. Like he is. You know what I'm saying?
All of them do it.
Stack wasn't from Oakland or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised. I'm surprised nobody was from the Bay in Oakland.
Well, because it's based off of his family in Mississippi. That's where him putting himself in it, or Alabama, if I remember.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So I'm not mad at it, but it happens. It happens. Don't abuse it. Use it. Don't abuse it.
Yeah.
That's all. But yeah, now let Gun
Ty, go easy on my boy Bo. Bo working. Bo got a job. Don't do him. Don't
Is he
do
working?
him.
I want Bo to go out and do like Spun or you know what I'm saying, and just go crazy and then give the middle finger to the industry, man. Look what I did. Like, I'm not mad. Like, it's time to shut up, Bo, and get to work. And if you say he working, then
my boy got a little project. Yeah, I mean, you know how he had a little project, but
I don't know. You know, some of these OnlyFans models, they find out.
Gunn drew himself into CC. What's CC? What am I missing?
Gunn himself into CC.
What is that?
What's CC6? He said no, he didn't. No matter how many times, that would be true.
Oh, Creature Commandos.
Oh, it does, but that's like a he wasn't in the show. It's the credit roll. Okay, all right. Got it.
6 said can't be more narcissistic than that. 6, all these people are narcissistic. You don't get too far in life without having a little narcissism somewhere.
You're right.
All of them are narcissistic. You can't make it without having a little chip.
You're right. You are right. But yeah, I don't have no issue with that. Just do good work, man, and I'm fine with it. Hell, I don't mind Bo. The thing, yeah, I'm gonna just leave it at that. I don't leave it right there. Right there. Salute the Bo, salute the Jimmy Gunn, all of them. You know what I'm saying? Hell,
all creators.
Not to say that. I eat a little crow. What's my man? Mel, who did Spaceballs and all that.
Spaceballs.
Yeah, Spaceballs. He did Robert Hood Men in Tights. He did.
I love Men in Tights.
he was in all his own movies. He was in Mel Brooks. He was always in his own movies. Blazing Saddles. He was in that. Like, he's in all his own movies. So
yeah,
I'll back it up. I'll back it up and eat a little crow. I don't mind. Like I said, they do it. But let's wrap it up, man. Up 3.5 hours. Ain't
3 hours too long.
Yeah, y'all come and hijack at the end. That's what y'all do, man. Knowing damn well it was. Yeah, Spike Lee.
Oh yeah, Spike Lee and everything.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep. We gonna get out of here. I'm going live tomorrow, y'all. I don't know what time. Y'all just follow me on Twitter so I can figure it out. I don't know what time.
Who's winning this fight? Wolverine or Hulk?
Whoever's writing it.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. In all honesty, I would say the Hulk. If we just the Hulk should win in the end every time.
Yeah.
I know I was telling y'all about the Cyclops versus Batman. I'm getting that together. Be prepared for that. It is coming. I've already ran some mock simulations, and I'm a little. I think I might be on the right side with this one. I think depending on the situation. I think I ran 3 simulations. I ran just them meeting in the alley.
Yeah.
Who will win?
Who wins?
Batman edged them out because I just did them 10 times. Batman edged them out by 2. So he won in the alley. I did it. So then I said, let me do prep time. Both of them having prep time in a like an abandoned warehouse or something like that. It ended up being even. And then I said prep time with them on like a field, just a battlefield or something. And
right.
Batman never won against in an open field. So, to me, you know, I think Cyclops would get him. I do.
Yeah. I mean, I was always on Cyclops' side.
Mm-hmm.
Nova says, "Who would y'all recast as Tony and Steve?" We can't even speculate. We don't know how old they're gonna be.
We got recast as Tony and Steve. Yeah, we can't.
We
got to see what this next stage of Marvel is, and to get a recast. Or I don't even think that they recast right off the. If I'm there, I would not recast them right off the bat. You know, what I'm saying? It would be stupid to do that. I hold that to the sleeve as much as possible. Then I announce it to a big fanfare. Hey, we brought in such and such Timothy Chalamet. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I would do it. So
yeah, Timothy kind of short, ain't he? How tall is he?
Hey, a little dude. He looked linky, but I think he is a smaller guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't. Not Steve. Definitely not Tony. I don't think they're gonna recast him.
They might not. I
don't think they are.
I think I'll make it. You ain't doing
that. Jay said Wonder Man forever.
Yeah, Jay love Wonder Man.
I'll be watching it, Jay. I'll be watching Wonder Man.
Good night, man. You say Batman is taking that. Look, I'm gonna run some more simulations, and I'm gonna come and we're gonna go through it. I'm gonna run some more simulations. Batman can't. I'm trying to tell you, Cyclops ain't no punk, and Batman is just Batman. You know what I'm saying? And everywhere I look, I can shoot you at the blink of an eye. You know what I'm saying? Like, just say it. And then you want to get a little close. The thing was, Batman was better at close combat. That was one of his things, better at close combat. And what I didn't like was Batman in the simulations. They kept saying that Batman was knocking his glasses off. And I was like, that don't mean that it's over.
So ain't got them weapons no more. It's a wrap. Batman wouldn't tear it down.
Oh man. But let's get up out of here. Tina, I appreciate you jumping in, man. Now I appreciate everybody in the chat tonight. Had a good time. Good one. Blade is never coming. Never coming. You said that's what I had asked. Do you want the Blade or do you want the Midnight Suns? What would you rather have?
Is it Mahershala or is it somebody else?
You take your pick. I don't think Mahershala comes for Midnight Suns, me myself. But choose. I'm open to whatever.
Okay, if it's not Mahershala Ali, I'm cool with Midnight Suns.
Okay.
If it's Mahershala Ali, and I might have to eat this same with Jean Grey. I just cannot see him doing that after he's been so headstrong about Blade. Like,
yeah. And that's why I said it too. Like, you dangled Blade over me. Now you want to throw me in the Midnight Sun. I'm good, man. I'm good. Jurassic Park paying pretty good. I'm you know what I'm saying? That's
like, I'm even trying to hear what that conversation sounds like in theory.
Well, if you hey, hold on, Mahershala, can I call you? Look, you do this. This is just one film, and then we got the Blade. I'm like, dog.
Yeah, because y'all been dragging me on. Yeah, I just
like, come on. I don't believe that. That's what I believe.
Don't even announce a recast. Just do Midnight Suns.
Yep. And have some
just have somebody show up.
Black dude show up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what that Idris is. Maybe he Blade.
Once again, he just looks so young, and that is a good thing. That is a great thing for him. I just I can't. I don't know who I could see him being like in the MCU. Damson, I just cannot. I can't see it. I don't know.
Everybody love him for T'Challa for some reason. He's not. I don't not see him as T'Challa, but I don't see him as T'Challa neither. If you get what I'm saying, like they do it, okay, cool. I would rather have Aldous Hodge as T'Challa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think he fits the build and the mold. But
if he's T'Challa after Secret Wars, I can see him doing it in Secret Wars of Doomsday. If he's a variant. If he's T'Challa after Secret Wars, I think you have to recast everybody. I think everybody has to be. It has to be
you talking
a
about
whole different look. Yeah, everybody has to go because
not a little facial furniture. Give us some facial furniture.
I've seen him with a beard. He still just he looks exactly like who he's about to be in Children of Blood and Bone, Prince Enon. That's exactly who he looks like he should be. If Damson is going to be T'Challa, blow it all up and recast everybody. Because like you said, and this is how you know, in my opinion, they did good on Shuri's art because we went from looking at her as a 15-year-old to now we see her as, mature.
Right.
She's not the little giggly-eyed 50. She's a mature woman right now. And it's like them two, like you said, these look like two siblings of the same age, and she might even could be a tad bit more mature than him. So blow it all up, bring in a new T'Chaka, bring in a new T'Challa, bring in a new Ramonda, bring in a new blow it all up.
Blow it up.
Coogler, you might have to leave, just blow it up. That's the only way I can see Damson working. You got to blow it all up.
Yeah, blow it all up. It'll give them the opportunity to go back and retell the stories that they probably should have told with Black Panther. Even that story that Coogler was talking about for Black Panther 2, you know what I'm saying? Some elements of that could show up, like I know you don't like the source material, but go into the source material, pull some stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to go panel for panel with the source material, man. I mean, Tina, I called you.
But I can't see Damson doing that then if we go on source material because he just does not give me comic book T'Challa. He just don't give it to me.
If they do, so this is why I would, if Damson is it. So everybody want to see him and Storm together. We get a young Storm, him, good. I think that would help usher in that Damson as
for sure.
T'Challa. You know what I'm saying? I think that would help, but I'm with you. I think I'm gonna blow everything up. So it ain't hurting me none. I don't. If they say, hey, we're going on hiatus for 2 to 3 years, I'll be just fine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, we're going on. Because I came up with the thing like, hey, go animate it for a while. Go animate it, tell some stories, animation. And I ain't talking about this what if Marvel Zombies animation. Give me some nice, clean animation, some nice stories. That way you don't have to have an actor's face on these characters. Like you said, a palette cleanser for these 2 to 3 years with this animation. When it's time to go back into live action, I can come with some new actors. Everybody should be none the wiser, and everybody should be cool with it. I think it works.
So just to answer this, Culture Made said he plays royalty good. Damson can play royalty. He can play royalty. He just plays Prince royalty. To me, he doesn't give me king. Right. He gives me Prince. That's it. That's just how I see it. And I think it's gonna be even worse when you see him in Children of Blood and Bone, because he's a prince and he's acting against Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're about to really. He's about to little boy him. Chiwetel is finna little boy him, but that is his character. His dad pushes him around a lot. But he can play T'Challa. Damson said, B-Bird said Damson can be T'Challa. He can be. I just think he should be T'Challa in a blown up universe. Like, I think we should reset it really completely and get rid of everybody.
Yeah, so he can be T'Challa.
Yeah.
I got it. I'm with that. Yep. I am with that. Stamina says animation takes even longer than live action titles. Those artists are overworked and never see their loved ones as it is. That's what you sign up for. Now I'm just playing. No, animation does take a long time. I totally understand that. We are living in a world where there's help. I hate to say it, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Disney is not above using AI, and it's gonna be a lot of AI being used in the years coming.
It's not above it. They in it. They in it.
So yes, you absolutely right. A lot of those artists are overworked. Hell, them anime artists be dying left and right. Hate to say it, they do. But all I'm saying is that's why I said like 2 or 3 years. You can give me a couple of seasons of what is it? That Spider-Man? What is it? Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man? You can give me that. You can give me some X-Men 97. And then you can give me an Avengers related show or something. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Just to hold me over until you are ready to come with whatever you're going live action.
Yeah.
Because y'all ain't got no direction. That's the only reason why I'm throwing that out there. Y'all don't have no damn direction. None whatsoever. After do Secret Wars, where are we going?
Yeah.
Where this train is finna fall off a cliff. You know what I'm saying? It's about to fall off a cliff. So they need a buffer. They need some time to figure some things out. That's it.
Yeah.
That's really about it.
B-Bird said he can be king. Got to give him more acting. It's not his acting. I don't think it's his act. I don't think Damson cannot act kingly. He's just a little baby prince. That's all.
Look, watching him do what he did on Snowfall, and dude he's an actor's actor. He can act. It's not the acting. It's the face. It's the image. That's what. It's just the image. It's not that he can't be if they said. If they blow it up and he's King T'Challa, then he's King T'Challa. We just have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And if we grow to love him in that role, then we grow to love him in that role. But from what Tina's saying, as of right now, she sees him royalty as a prince. Like most, and you see it in most movies. Like the prince is the young man, right? It just looks like the young man who he can be the most skilled knight, he's the best knight, or he's the best yada yada yada. But then his daddy on the throne, you know what I'm saying? And the only way he takes the throne is because his daddy dies of a tragedy. Yeah, just like T'Challa, right? It's the same thing, but he looks like a prince. There's no way if ands buts about it. He don't carry himself, because I don't think he has the age. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Chadwick was what? How old was Chadwick?
Late 30s, maybe early 40s, because he passed and he's like 42, I think.
Chadwick might have had a grandkid out of it. Kid, but I'm just saying, like, if it was. So it's like he got a whole extra set of maturity skills that's embedded in him being of that age. And Damson looks like he's just getting to that point. You know what I'm saying? Because he's what, 32, y'all said? 34? Yeah. He's 34 and Letitia was 32, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And it's not a bad thing. He's just, he's blessed with great genes. He looks like a young man. That's it. Even with the facial hair, he looks like a young man. That's all. And like I said, Children of Blood and Bone is going to make him even like, he really gonna look like a prince, because he is a prince in that. Yeah. Now, if he shows up in Doomsday in December and he's King T'Challa from 878 and his dad died and he took over the throne at 18 and he's forced to be more mature, if they can tell that story and he can pull it off, I'm with it. Right. The following month, we then gonna see him as Prince Enon. So we'll see.
Need a Prince King.
Who is Umar? I know y'all ain't talking about Umar.
Umar about to go to jail. There's a case out there on Umar, so he might be going to jail. He might be getting some time for the stuff that he done did.
All right, we're finna let Blue go. He got a wife he need to get to, but I'll be live tomorrow, y'all. Sometime 3, 4, 5. I don't know.
and y'all see Tina changed her name on
Yeah, I'm going through a rebrand. No, I changed it everywhere. I'm going through a rebrand, you know.
See, she blowing it all up too.
Yeah, sometimes it's nothing wrong with blowing stuff up. Just blow it up. I've had that name, I know, 20 years now. I'm like, it's time to let's let it go. And it's connected to like, you know, XXXXX. We got into it, and I'm like, oh, she dreads me. Oh, she dreads me. Let's blow it up. Let's do something new.
Man. But all right, Tina. I appreciate it. Like I said, y'all, I appreciate y'all, man, for jumping in. Y'all ain't got to go home, but y'all got to get the hell up out of here. Take it easy, be safe. And like that there, we are Audi 5,000. Yada. This concludes today's broadcast from Blues News. We hope you enjoyed tonight's programming and the time we've shared together. Right. Always be about being authentic. Drop like that. Drop to what it was March, so that we added to the slate on the strength of an exception. So I think it's confident. I think that Blues News is dedicated to bringing you the very best in pop culture, music, and conversation, serving viewers everywhere, every day. On behalf of our staff and crew, we thank you for watching. We'll return tomorrow with more entertainment, insight, and fun for the whole house gang. Good night and good luck.